आई जॉइन देयर फॉर ब्रांडिंग कि हम भी आईएम गए हैं।
आयन गया, ठीक है।
मैं देखो ना,
हाँ
तो वो घुस जाए वो निकल के कुछ ना कुछ तो कर लेंगे, कुछ ना कुछ तो हो जाएगा इस भरोसे से गए।
हाँ हाँ।
आई डेंट गो देयर फॉर नॉलेज।
ओके।
हाँ हाँ, मतलब आई डिड कि कुछ नया सीखेंगे, बट द प्राइमरी गोल वाज ब्रांडिंग।
बेसिकली आई
हाँ
थिंक मोस्ट ऑफ द पीपल आई हैव स्पोकन अबाउट, जैसे कि एक तो ब्रांडिंग है, दूसरा नेटवर्किंग है। यू मीट पीपल एट अ सर्टेन लेवल एंड यू फॉर्म अ डिसेंट काइंड ऑफ नेटवर्क इन मे बी कॉर्पोरेट वर्ल्ड और समथिंग. Welcome to TWBC and again another episode of Talkfest, number 12, I suppose. And today we have Amit Suri. Amit Suri, he's an engineer. He's an IIM Kolkata pass out. He has his own publishing house. He also does a lot of creative work. He's a writer. He's a traveler and whatnot. A wonderful human being and my friend. We are lucky to listen it all from Amit Suri. Please continue. Today morning is a wonderful morning because here I am with one of the finest human beings that I know, Amit Suri, and Baki on the we will figure out a lot about him. He's an engineer, he's a management guru, he is a founder, he's a CEO, he's a marathoner, and whatnot. That is all on the way. As of now, as I said, perhaps one of the coolest guys that I have known, and I'm really happy uh, to be in his circle. Though I was not there earlier in school. Senior था तो बात नहीं करता था. now, somehow I got hold of him. अच्छा, by the way, uh, my earliest memory of you is I was in class 6 and you were in class 7th. that was boys school. That was boys school. uh, डॉली हमारी क्लासमेट है. एल्डर ब्रदर वो तो मतलब ठीक, ही वाज इन क्लास 8th आई सपोज, वन ईयर सीनियर टू यू. हाँ तो
Ashish
so
was in 8, I was 7, and Dolly is 6. So we have one year difference between us.
वन ईयर डिफरेंट. हाँ तो वो पूरा द सूरीज वर लाइक 6 7 8. तो द अर्लीस्ट मेमोरी इज क्लास 6 एंड 7th. वो भी पता नहीं क्या हुआ था. Probably one of my classmates, he did something and we were made to move in after dinner as usual. डिनर था या आई थिंक evening ही था probably. So the entire class 7th enters the class and we were like being told what to do, what not to do, this and that, be in your boots. And suddenly Amit Suri pops up and he gets
Wait,
hold of
oh,
Arishit.
oh,
I tell you that this was wonderful. Amit Suri pops up from that crowd and
oh,
the sweetest looking boy in the entire crowd, he comes forward and he says कि अपना नाम लिख के ना पॉकेट में रख ले, इतना मारूंगा नाम भूल जाएगा.
really?
एंड
What?
एंड
It's embarrassing that.
एंड वी वर ना, हमें हमें पता नहीं था हम इस आदमी से डरे या क्या करें, करना क्या है इसका. दैट दैट
मैंने
दैट
तो
लाइन.
डायलॉग 500 मैंने भी डायलॉग 5 बार प्रैक्टिस किया होगा, बट honestly in hindsight it's very embarrassing to hear this, man.
वी वी स्टिल इमेजिन, हमारा बैच में ना अभी भी ये डायलॉग चलता है.
क्या?
कि अपना नाम लिख के
Oh,
पॉकेट
like,
में रख ले, इतना मारूंगा भूल जाएगा. वी आर स्टिल यूजिंग इट.
oh, oh, such a bad thing to say, man. Huh? Like, you do certain things
नहीं,
करते
द
हो तो
द
then बाद में
the line and the personality, they just did not.
mismatch.
कहीं से भी मैच नहीं कर रहा था वो.
So
वाह.
that time I would have been very happy if someone would have told me that. But today I feel happy. So at least the disconnect was there somewhere. Inherently, I can't think myself doing that again. What you just said, na? Inherently, I cannot think of doing that.
Okay, one question I'm really keen to ask is that you left Oak Grove in class 8, after class 8 I suppose, or in ninth.
I 8 पूरा किया था. Then 9 के 2 महीने हुए थे.
Okay.
And then because maybe my the session in Calcutta started late और my मम्मी पापा को ऐसा हो गया होगा कि एडमिशन के लिए बातचीत चल रही होगी, फाइनलाइज नहीं होगा.
Okay.
So 2 months into now, and then we left. I left and my sister Dolly, she left. Ashish continued till 12.
Yes, I remember. He was our prep monitor. He was still there, terrorizing us. अच्छा. uh,
That was that was I remember, and मुझे ये भी याद है, मुझे वो दिन याद है जब लास्ट नाइट थी, because you were so used to, so in dormitory में थे हम लोग. I was in the Patel House बगल में अशोक. हाँ, you remember as we entered senior dormitory, senior school, senior boys dormitory. So मुझे first year याद है, I was so heavy in the heart and I was crying, and there was like, I remember Mithilesh was there, and then Sandeep Kumar was there. They were in the Patel House. And then couple of guys had walked from Ashoka. कि ये वो चल चल ठीक है, ये वो तो ना, God knows क्या बात होती है, I don't remember. But what I do recall is that I was there in my bed crying, and there were all the people you have spent your childhood with you around you. So it was like something so new कि अच्छा अब यहाँ ऐसा नहीं होगा, कहीं और जाना है, कहीं और का पता नहीं. I do remember that night very well. Like a lot of things in memory, fade out. But that particular night I remember very well.
so why was this decision taken that you needed to shift schools?
See what happens. See, Ogrove, you see the fees were very nominal.
Yes.
If you remember, but basically it is a railway school. And somewhere down the line, they used to take certain non-railway people. So my father is not from railway.
Okay.
So, but he has friends in railway, like his the one friend, Mr. Kohli, Mr. Kohli. He was part of the school administration. So
Okay.
he and my father were school college में झांसी में साथ थे. So when he told that I want son to get good, my kids to get good education, so he said कि मसूरी में स्कूल है, अब आ जाओ, मैं वहीं पर एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन हूँ. तो हम लोग उस कोटा के अंदर 10% कोटा था, जिसमें
Okay.
राकेश कुमार भी आया था.
Okay.
All those. So my batchmate only. So that is how we joined. But what happened, somewhere in 8 or 9, they increased the fees for
Non-railways. Yeah.
and quite substantially.
Yeah.
So there were three of us. So I
Okay.
think they were partly I think my father at that time was also going through a tough phase in his business. So everywhere cost cutting was going on.
Okay.
तो उसमें I think in the cost cutting drive बोला कि भाई इनको यहाँ ले आओ, वो तीनों की फीस अफोर्ड नहीं होगी, तो आ जाओ भाई. I
Okay.
think the main driver was that. My
Okay.
personal opinion is that I don't think the personal driver was कि planes में education अच्छी होती है, they need to now prepare for board. Generally, people
Generally.
do, and
Yeah.
they speak about this. The driver is better education or better opportunities, like that. But I think बोलने में अच्छा लगता है, but somewhere in my mind, I believe it was for us more about the fees going higher, and three of us over there, and my
Yes.
father not doing well that time in his business. He said कि भैया बुला लो दोनों को वापस.
So, I mean, in class 8, you would have been what? 14 years old. Huh. 13, 14.
Yeah,
Right.
14.
13, 14. Now a
Very
sudden,
very impressionable age.
very
13, 14
impressionable
जो
age.
होता है.
Exactly. Huh. And you would have just settled into boys' school. I mean, class 6 तो रोते गाते निकलता है, because of course you are the junior most. 7th is kind of you are getting into the groove, and 8th is like you are the senior most in the junior section.
Yes,
Huh.
you're right. That is right. And the biology is also evolving quite a bit. You see,
Yes.
when by the time you are 14, your hormones kick in.
Yes.
That means you suddenly start height, your body build changes, your jawline changes.
Yes.
सब कुछ होता है. So when I think of myself in a group, मुझे याद है कि in junior school I was way behind. मतलब कि I was there, but one among many. But because the guys who used to be participative and doing a lot of sports or something, and they used to get all the limelight, and बाकी सब लोग हैं. एक ये ग्रुप में अगर आप स्पोर्ट्स अच्छे हो, कोई पार्ट हो किसी टीम का, तो then you are getting all the attention. But otherwise you are there. तुम्हारा भी भला हो रहा है, तुम भी खेलते हो, but you might not be part of the team. So I was in that category. Because my biology had not kicked in. And I sometimes think about CR, Ogro में facility is possible, but I never really participated in sports day. Because I was at one point I was too small. The other point when the biology kicked in, I really kicked in. मतलब कि फिर हाइट वेट ऐसा बढ़ा कि मतलब सब जूनियर से जूनियर सीनियर चले गए. तो उस वाले चीजें मतलब what I'm trying to say is that for me, I never enjoyed that phase of Ogro where you are part and representing school, like that.
Yeah.
So I was always on the sideline cheering for everyone.
Acha,
Lovely.
so you went to Kolkata after that, Fort Williams, I suppose, after OG.
So there was KB Fort William, Kendra Vidyalaya.
Okay.
See, Calcutta boasts of some very good schools. If
Mm-hmm.
you see at that time, even some of the best schools, the top 10, 3, 4 to Calcutta ke hote hain at that
Okay.
time.
Mm-hmm.
Now, yes, changed the last 30, 35 years. A lot of development has happened everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
So you would see that Calcutta भी थोड़ा पिछड़ गया है. But
Mm-hmm.
at that time, Calcutta used to boast of some three, four very good schools. And unfortunately, there are not many CBSE schools over there.
Okay.
So they are नहीं बोर्ड और ICSE बहुत है. CBSE गिने चुने अंचल है ही नहीं.
Mm-hmm.
So of the CBSE schools, KB Fort William is there. Otherwise, ICSE में there were some very good schools which I was hoping पापा बुला रहे तो वहाँ एडमिशन होगी.
Okay.
But वहाँ हुई नहीं.
Acha.
So CBSE में KB Fort William, but I'm happy I went to KB Fort William
Mm-hmm.
because the kind of environment you have grown in, like Ogrove, like spirit hota hai. So KB Fort William, because of many people coming from different backgrounds,
Mm-hmm.
so that spirit somehow continues. So
Okay.
there's an energy, like the guys, चलो खेलते हैं.
Mm-hmm.
Because different facilities होती हैं infrastructure में, because it is inside Fort William, so it is very big. Fort William is like
Okay.
a fort with lots of infra.
Okay.
स्विमिंग
Okay.
पूल है, टेनिस कोर्ट है, पीटी टेबल्स रखी हुई है 3-4, बैडमिंटन
Okay.
कोर्ट है, स्क्वॉश कोर्ट. So
Okay.
when I went to KV Stadium, the good part was that I met people and friends who had access to hostels. So when you come to from over to any plane, the first thing you notice is that ये infrastructure का है सारा, खेलने की जगह,
Yes.
शहरों में खेलने की जगह का है.
Mm-hmm.
मतलब एंड वो कोई क्लब में होगा. अगर आप नॉर्मल क्लब ज्वाइन करते हो तो उसमें एक टाइप का क्राउड आता है. फिर एलिटिस्ट में आपको पैसे बहुत देने पड़ते हैं, वो भी नहीं है, ये भी है, दोनों बीच हम बीच में लग जाते हैं. So I would say yes, KB Fort William, I think you mentioned, a lot of people happily came to the Dhale, right? But I can't tell you that see the KB I went to in Fort William and the peer group I had, it was awesome. मतलब it was good. And the one biggest thing, Ugro में we were like boys school and all, so it was a co-ed. So it took me a year or so to getting used to कि अच्छा लड़कियां भी तुम्हारे साथ बैठी हैं,
Right.
पढ़ रही हैं, बातचीत करती हैं. So I was not ready for that part of it. It took
Yeah.
me 1 year to just open up a bit, not
Mm-hmm.
open up a
Right.
bit.
Bit.
ये journey की है.
We are, I mean, people who stayed at Oak Grove till class 11th or 12th or 10th, we are still very awkward with the opposite gender. Abhi bhi,
Not now, now so I'm agnostic, I say myself. It doesn't matter. पहले तक एक टाइम था कि you were little कि ये क्या चीज है. Then you got too used to, then you got very interested in them, and that interest drove you. कि बहुत क्या है यार, ये सिर्फ ये वो. Now I've come to a point of life I'm gender agnostic. like मेरे को फर्क नहीं पड़ता तुम मेल हो, फीमेल हो या थर्ड जेंडर हो. ठीक है. So long you have value in it, that is what matters to me.
yes.
Like in the sense, value doesn't mean that you have to increase the GDP or something. Value means that as a person, actually you are interested.
Mm-hmm.
I think most of us by this age become like that, gender agnostic. We are not looking for.
I think because ultimately you got to go out in the world and work with people. Anyway, so
वो तो ultimately है, but एक biological होता है, एक वो एक चीज होती है, like when you are 13, 14, there's something that attracts you to the opposite sex.
yes.
So at that point I came to planes.
Hmm.
मतलब वहाँ तो opposite sex था ही नहीं ग्रुप में, मतलब नाम के लिए था, right? But when your biology is kicked in, मतलब 14 में you are like, what is happening to your body. And suddenly, and then you say, oh my God, how to deal with this new species. You didn't know. So एक दो 4-5 साल गए, उसको होने में, फिर another 4-5 साल गए, getting to it. But उसके बाद फिर वो agnostic वाला phase चालू हुआ कि भाई end of the day they are people only.
So this was a boarding school setup or a day scholar setup?
Oh, no, day scholar, full day scholar.
Full day scholar. Okay. So अभी क्या होता है that in most of the people's minds they have an impression कि boarding school जो है ना वो kind of punishment होता है. A child is sent to a boarding school क्योंकि वो घर पे वो कुछ दिक्कत रहा होगा तो उसको उठा के हमने boarding डाल दिया. And now you are the best person to talk about it because you have had perhaps the best of the both worlds or the worst of the both worlds. So what is I mean if you can say the major difference in the psychology of the kids in a day school and in a boarding school?
See, first thing तो ऐसा देखते हैं, I would say कि I've gone to only one boarding school.
Yeah.
So I've not gone to,
Uh-huh.
so your data set is too small.
Yes, yes, it
Uh,
is, it is, it
to
is.
have a rigid opinion.
Hmm.
So my opinion is based on one personal experience I've had.
Hmm.
मतलब one with one school.
Hmm.
See, O-Group की कहानी बहुत अलग है. You see the kind of setup they have that they take people only from railway background.
Hmm.
हाँ, so it's a boon for the railway people.
It is.
Right? It's not an open admission pool. It's like if you compare it with some other places जहाँ पर admission is open from across industries or across society
हाँ.
in different status. But O group therapy it used to take from a certain part only. So I
Yes.
think it was a big boon for people who are coming from railway background.
Hmm.
At that time, people coming from railway background, so it was a thing. Now, as for me, my personal experience has been average. But
Okay.
one thing I would say, the infrastructure and the discipline जो वहाँ का है, that is like another level. But in terms of education,
Hmm.
which is also good, I would say it's awesome, but it's good.
Yeah.
It's not bad. So you have to see department by department. Don't
Hmm.
let club everything together. And
Yeah.
obviously, childhood has a nostalgia attached to it, and you
Hmm.
only remember the fondness. But at the same time, there had been darkness also.
Yeah.
So I would say yes, it was not punishment, but there were certain dark elements also. We know how seniors used to treat us. I don't know whether it's good or bad. हाँ,
Uh, it,
inspiration के लिए I want to say, हाँ, yeah, like you saying he call in बोला कि they would call in and then there was all this fear कि यार वो senior and they were physically bigger also,
yes,
right?
yes. Hmm.
And there was all this culture कि you don't talk about it to anyone, especially to teachers.
Yeah.
तो उसपे काफी लोग ना misuse भी करते थे उस चीज़ को,
Yes.
if you
Yes.
see in hindsight.
Hmm.
So that was
Hmm.
the bad part of it. But that was not the whole part of it.
Hmm.
So it will
Hmm.
try to again take all the limelight कि ऐसा भी होता है. But
Hmm.
I'm sure all of us had experience where uh, our experience with seniors with regard to various aspects of it might not have been very good. But at the same time, I would say one thing, the quality of infrastructure,
Hmm.
the quality of discipline and the routine that Ogros imbibes, it is a
Hmm.
different level. Boss.
Hmm.
It's very difficult to find that kind of quality in planes. It comes at a big cost. Maybe
Okay.
we are in a different generation where everything is at a cost. अभी तो
Hmm.
कुछ है ही नहीं, सोशलिस्ट मेंटालिटी तो है ही नहीं कहीं पर. हाँ कि
Hmm.
ये आपको मिल जाएगा.
हाँ तो
अभी तो
पे करना
कैपिटलिस्ट है,
पड़ेगा.
बस पैसा कुछ.
Hmm.
हाँ, तो एक वो चीज है. सेकंड थिंग है कि द टीचर्स आई वुड से सम ऑफ देम आर वेरी इंस्पायरिंग.
अच्छा. Now let's kind of leap ahead. Did you always want to be an engineer? Yeah, it was like कि सब कर ही रहे हैं यार, यही ऑप्शन था. So let me go and just.
इट्स अ वेरी बिग क्वेश्चन मैन, बट क्या है और ऑप्शन क्या था. सी व्हेन यू कम फ्रॉम अ सर्टेन बैकग्राउंड, तो
Mhm.
व्हाट तो है ऑप्शन बड़े गिफ्ट होते हैं कि ये है वो है. बिकॉज माय पेरेंट्स वर नॉट एकेडमिक से नहीं थे वो. माय फादर वाज इनटू बिजनेस, माय मदर वाज अ हाउसवाइफ. हाँ,
Mhm.
तो द इट वाज जस्ट लाइक जैसा खाना खाते हो वैसे पढ़ते हो. हाँ, इट वाज जस्ट अ नेसेसिटी काइंड ऑफ थिंग कर रहे हो, बट ये फोकस नहीं था कि करना क्या
Mhm.
है ना. So when you get to a school like in KV Portfolio, I'm saying, so
Mhm.
you see that what is your background? They were applying for MBA. Most of them were 40 background. I
Mhm.
applied for MBA.
Mhm.
MBA पार हो गया.
Mhm.
तो ये उनके इन्फ्लुएंस था, उनके पेरेंट्स का इन्फ्लुएंस था. थोड़ा सा ट्रेनिंग भी मिल गई कि बेटा ऐसे एमबीए पार करते हैं.
Mhm.
मिल गया वो, वहाँ जाके उगल दिया, हो गया पार.
Mhm.
देन इंजीनियरिंग में अप्लाई किया,
Mhm.
वो भी हो गया. हाँ,
Mhm.
तो ऑनेस्टली स्पीकिंग आई एंजॉयड इट. I
Okay.
just want to ask that engineering, lot of people have this thing कि बाई चांस हो गया, हुआ बाई चांस से था.
Mhm.
हाँ, पर
Mhm.
अच्छा हुआ बाई चांस. like a difference. So point is that I didn't know that इंजीनियरिंग में क्या होगा. I didn't know कि मुझे इंजीनियर बनना है, ऐसा नहीं था.
Mhm.
बट हो गया, सब कर रहे हैं. बट I enjoyed my engineering. I enjoyed the rigor of you know understanding how things work. I started enjoying it कि मेन इंजन कैसे वर्क होता है. हाँ, इट्स नॉट जस्ट समथिंग जिसमें आप चाबी चलाओ चालू हो जाता है.
Mhm.
तो नेक्स्ट
Mhm.
टाइम जब चाबी चालू लगाते हो, आई सी द होल प्रोसेस इन माई माइंड.
Yes.
हाँ,
Yes.
कि कैसे वो पिस्टन मूव करेगा, वो चाबी से क्या इलेक्ट्रिकल इम्पल्स होगी, स्पार्क प्लग में क्या होगा, वो
Mhm.
पिस्टन मूव करेगा, ये गलत हो सकता है, ऑयल क्या करेगा उस समय, फ्यूल क्या करेगा,
Mhm.
टर्बो चार्जर क्या कर रहा है. तो फॉर
Mhm.
अस दैट बिकम्स अ हैबिट.
Okay.
तो व्हेन वी स्विच ऑन ट्यूबलाइट, हम ये नहीं सोचते रोशनी कर रहा है, हमें पता है
Mhm.
रोशनी हो जाएगी.
Mhm.
सोच रहे हैं कि इसके पीछे क्या चल रहा है. Okay, how does it happen? And that, it's a very good thing in life because everything you start getting analyzed with. चाहे वो relationship क्यों ना, you said ये relationship इस level पे क्यों है, इसके पीछे क्या चल रहा है, you know,
Now that
मतलब in
is.
the sense that analysis is becoming a very big part. Engineering doesn't teach you how to make things. Engineering teaches you how to analyze things very well.
Okay.
And for me, the takeaway from engineering, even though it was incidental, I would say, is that it makes your mind think a level beyond and level further. And that's a very big difference because I've seen a lot of people, they take it things at face value. कि ये है. But an engineering mind, I would say, is one who thinks कि ऐसा क्यों है भाई? हाँ, अच्छा वो है, अच्छा इसको कैसे फिक्स कर सकते हैं ताकि ये ऐसा हो जाए. हाँ, so that mindset development happened during the engineering phase, and I totally enjoyed it.
Okay, I mean,
Don't look at it कि आपको डिग्री मिली, एक नौकरी मिली, वो तो एंड रिजल्ट है.
process है.
हाँ, बट हमारी इंजीनियरिंग में मुझे बहुत अच्छा लगा कि ना आई गॉट समहाउ इनटू दैट थिंग. हाँ, कि हर चीज को एनालाइज करना, एंड एट दैट टाइम थोड़ा रगड़ भी जाते थे, बट ऑल सब्जेक्ट्स वर इंटरेस्टिंग. एंड दैट इज द रूल, नॉट एवरीथिंग इज गोइंग टू बी परफेक्ट, दैट इज द रूल एवरीवेयर. अभी टुडे नॉट एवरीथिंग इज गोइंग टू बी 100%, मतलब यू विल बी डैम लकी इफ यू गेट थिंग्स 100%,
Yeah.
right? You get things at 30%, sometimes you get at 70%. Now it's up to you what you want to do with it. So in the hands of engineers, like a lot of times people employ engineers. It's not because ये लोग कहते हैं तूने तो कंप्यूटर इंजीनियरिंग की है या तूने मैकेनिकल इंजीनियरिंग की है तो अब तू कंप्यूटर क्यों कर रहा है? Because he's not employing him for skills, he's employing him for his thought process.
Okay.
He can think that way. So yes, it was incidental, but I enjoyed it.
Okay. So the first job was from the campus itself, or you had to look for the job?
Campus. So that was a lucky moment. The first lucky moment happened. You got through an engineering college.
Okay.
And I'll say a lot of it is luck. A lot of it is luck. Because my name was not in the main list.
Okay.
Some people dropped. From the waiting list, I got into the main list.
Okay.
Sometimes I was in that limbo. क्या हो रहा है भाई, मुझे कोई ग्रेजुएशन ज्वाइन करता, वो भी शायद अच्छा ही होता, we didn't know. So campus placement हुआ तो by the time वो जागृति हो चुकी है, because you are now 21, 22.
Yes.
Your mind is figured out. Now you're going on your own. So campus placement is important. You get your job over here. And I was okay. I was a decent student. I was not topper, but I was not a laggard. I was above average. Campus placement हो गया, and that was a big turning point in my life. Because up till then, life was a cocoon protected thing. And the first job took me around the world.
Yeah.
The first job took me around the world. And with no supervision. मम्मी नहीं है, पापा नहीं है, भाई नहीं है, बहन नहीं है, friends नहीं है. So you are on your so that way.
And with money, on your own with money.
पैसे से कर रहे हैं जो कर रहे हैं. मतलब इतना भी नहीं होता, इतना बनाया जाता है. Initially your money is very less. But still it is more than what other people are getting because they are incurring expenses also.
Yes.
कितने जब होते हैं ना, तो आपका खाना है, आपके पास है, कपड़े वही है, बॉयलर सूट पहन के काम पे जाओ, वापस जाओ, यूनिफॉर्म पहनो, जो भी करना है. तो एक्सपेंसेस आर जीरो अनलेस तो कोर्ट आता है, तुम्हारी अयासी लेवल कितना, उस पर तुम डिपेंड करो कितना खर्च करना है. बट द सेविंग लॉट ऑफ इट. And it's a big part. You are right over there. Merchant engineering, even if the money is not very big by today's standard, you end up saving all of it. And tax free हो जाता है because of your NRI status.
Okay.
So cumulatively, if someone is doing, but that is a short term, it's a very big kick that you're making money, you're on your own. So what you're going to do with on your own time? What are you going to do with your on your own time? And what are you going to do with your money? So those are decisions that you need to. Now engineering mind क्या करता है? He's optimizing all the time.
Yes.
He's thinking of efficiency. He's thinking 100% कैसे पहुंचेंगे efficiency. And he knows that 100% है मुश्किल है, so he's happy with 80%. And he knows how to deal with 80% to make it 81, 82. Because he goes back. He feels it what अटका हुआ होगा. That is your mind. That is what engineering does to you. And he doesn't grouse about it. क्या यार मैं फंस गया यार, क्या यार मैं फंस गया, आपके पास टाइम नहीं है because you have to fix the problem. Engineering mind,
Yes.
ये है तो fix. So when you talk about engineering, so this is what does it to you. So when you get money, you start thinking कि इससे ज़रा काम कर रहा हूँ, इतना भी क्यों अच्छा हुआ है. When you get time, when you think time का क्या करूँगा, how you can make it better.
Oh yeah, that
yes,
is
you are right.
just.
So that way, first job was very good. It opened my mind, and I can't thank my stars that you get to see so many different cultures, so many different people, so many different things. It just opens your eyes to a dimension that was not there. And it makes you something. It makes you something like it makes you more than anything else would have made you.
Okay.
So it just makes you. Right now, तो ample time है, बहुत time है, तो इतनी books पढ़ डाली इस समय. हम स्टोरी बुक की मतलब कुछ और करने को लेंगे, इतने बोर हुए कुछ दिन कि बस अब बुक उठा लेगा, जो भी बुक है उठा ले. And then suddenly that became a habit. You know,
So,
like then you started enjoying it.
so we still didn't have that much access to internet, I guess, the times you're talking about.
That time when I was there, अभी तो चलो everything. And in fact, you know, it's a double-edged sword. And the boredom makes you a lot of things, which might make you. But when
Yes.
you're always busy, when you're always busy trying to do things or watching people do things,
Yes. Yes.
then it does opposite to you. No, some people might get inspired, some people might feel shit, यार मैंने कुछ नहीं किया यार, मेरे को कुछ नहीं हुआ. Some people को सोचने का ही टाइम नहीं है. They are getting entertained non-stop 24/7, 365 on the scroll. सोचने का ही टाइम नहीं है कि मैं क्या कर रहा हूँ. And then eventually your time, जो हमारे पास एक commodity है, it's getting invaded by some influencer.
Yes.
Who is not inspiring you. But he's just giving you कि बहुत सारा टाइम मैंने ले लिया, मेरे को अपना काम मिल गया, and you are not able to analyze कि मेरा टाइम क्या हो रहा है.
Exactly.
So
Exactly.
a lot of times double-edged sword. If you don't use this thing well, so you can be created upon.
Acha,
Internet,
I remember during I mean before COVID, you started a reading club. I mean,
yes.
I think 14 of us. I think if I remember correctly, there were 14 people in that. 14 people.
Yeah.
And we used to kind of share books, courier करते थे, पढ़ते थे, एक महीने बाद फिर उसको वो करते थे. And मतलब honestly, I did not read most of the books. I just kept them. पढ़ा नहीं था. Because you are of course you have other priorities, and maybe somebody likes a particular kind of book, somebody doesn't, ऐसा था. But that was my first kind of a close interaction with you, because it lasted for perhaps 2-3 months ना, तो लगातार किताब यहाँ आना है वहाँ आना है. And I thought कि this guy has got a very high degree of enthusiasm for life. he does something, he wants others to kind of be a part of it, and एक होता he wants, and then he actually tries to do it. Or I was probably talking to my classmates कि यार वो सूरी है, and he is the kind of person जो कि he's at it. ये नहीं कि बोल के छोड़ दिया, and then वो है, he follows up, he tells people, he asks people क्या हो रहा है, and he's simply so kind of pleasant and enthusiastic about things ना, कि आप को ना करना थोड़ा मुश्किल होता है. You can't say कि यार नहीं मैं नहीं करूँगा.
If you make something like that, so and if it works as intended, so for me, my pleasure comes from there. So that is why I do business. I don't do job.
Yeah.
Like that. For me, the enthusiasm comes from the part that we कुछ नहीं था, and you put it together and you make it profitable. After a while, I get bored also. When it's working on its own very well, तो मुझे लगता है कि मेरा काम किया है. और मेरे को वो फीलिंग आ जाती है.
कुछ और करें.
जॉब में वो फीलिंग आना मतलब happy you're saving your salary. Business में you don't stop this. You have to keep doing it, and you make a process. You keep doing it. So for me, I just enjoy that part. I just enjoy that part. You can create nothing out of thin air. Make it sustainable and valuable. So that is the skill I have. But you know, like the people say कि अच्छा तू coding कर लेता है बहुत अच्छा. नहीं, मैं बहुत अच्छा coder नहीं हूँ. तुम लोग का डिजाइनिंग कर ले तो नहीं, मैं बहुत अच्छा डिजाइनर भी नहीं हूँ. But I know कि coder को उसका level 100% कैसे करना है.
This has been designed by you. I mean, it may sound like an admiration kind of session, but fact ये है that I don't exactly remember मैंने क्या favor मांगा था, but I called you up and I said ये है, and then after 2-3 days or something you called back asking about the same thing. Now that was a clincher for me, because what happens is how people interact. आपने कुछ फेवर मांगा, फिर आपने फॉलो अप नहीं किया, अदर पार्टी वेट्स कि ठीक है बोलेगा तो करूंगा ना, छोड़ना दोबारा. You were probably one of the very few guys who called up कि यार वो तूने कहा था, is it still required, so that I can go ahead with that. And I was like यार इस बंदे से टच में रहना है. because ठीक है,
कर देगा कुछ काम तो कर देगा,
कुछ कर देगा. कुछ काम बोलो कर देगा. I mean, how do you maintain sanity while being, I mean, in a way, I don't know if that is the right absolute word to use. In a way, being so innocent about things, because manipulation
नहीं
चलता
ऐसा
है
नहीं है,
भेजने में.
नहीं सर. ऑनेस्टली स्पीकिंग यहाँ two deep aspects to it. So let's take one by one. First thing, what looks very complex to you might be very simple for me. What looks
Yes.
complex to me might be very simple for you.
Okay.
So certain extent, when you ask me, I know it's just a 15-20 minutes job only, but from your angle, it might look like it hoga bhi ki nahi hoga. So that, so it was within my skill set.
Okay.
First thing. So it's not a big deal. You see, like if you ask, मम्मी पराठा बना दो,
हाँ तो बना देगी.
और भाई जिसने कभी किचन में घुसा नहीं उसको बोल दो तो पराठा बहुत आग चूल्हा कैसे जलेगा, बहुत उसमें गर्म कितना करते हैं, तेल कितना जलेगा, like that. But for some people it's so much like that. So for me, what I do many times is also because it's so much ingrained to me. I know it's just about the एक बार कॉफी का मग पकड़ूंगा ये निपटा दो. Certain jobs, certain jobs take years to develop. Let's say, and certain jobs take half an hour. So what I did for you was a half an hour job, and that's not easy. Second aspect to it, in my life, a lot of people have helped me.
Okay.
When I have asked them, okay, like you rightly said, not everyone does that. होता है. But I will be dishonest if I say that I did everything on my own. A lot of people who helped, maybe they didn't realize they are one spoke in the wheel. I was constructing but they gave that one spoke. So someone gave another spoke. And eventually the wheel, when it happened, so they felt, okay, we also contributed it.
Yeah.
Sometimes the wheel doesn't happen. It is out. ये भी होता है. कि कई स्पोक मिले ही नहीं ज्यादा, है ना, and चक्का बनी नहीं पाया, वो भी होता है. But having said that, what I'm getting at is that when people do it to you, there's an obligation on my part to do it for others.
Yes.
And I'm very mindful of that. I'm very mindful of that. Where I can help, I will help. Obviously, then you have to eliminate people जो होते हैं कि they become parasitic, वो हमेशा हेल्प मांगने आ जाते हैं.
Yes.
It's part of the game. Again, 100% possible नहीं है. If you do this exercise, 80% लोगों का भला हो रहा है, 20 में चूसने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं. So that is the game you optimize.
Yes.
But it's the obligation of our part. Then we should. And also obligation of our part, because we can, doesn't mean we should always.
Yes. So
both ways it works.
Both ways.
So balance ढूंढना पड़ता है. And for me, I'm very happy when I can do my bit with my skills, and someone can reap the benefit of it. And I'm not looking for anything, because by God's grace, a lot of things are in order. And I think because the things are ordered is not because they are, it's because when I needed something, these people also helped me.
Yes.
So if you become very कि सब मुझे ही help करेंगे ना, so you are isolating yourself.
Yes.
You are isolating. You might use people, and you might expect that you might use people to your advantage. And you might build a light around you, and you might sustain that light for a while. At the end of the time, your conscience catches up with you. This is my way of looking at it.
Okay.
And when it does, then you are lonely.
Yes.
So point is that we are not here to just pay. We are here to trade.
Yes.
And the trade has to be fair. So for me, I'm sold out to that idea. So nobody can budge me from there.
Okay.
So when I do things for people, I enjoy it. And I'm not doing it because I'm doing it for you, because it does something to me also. And I enjoy that part more than I do what it does for you.
Okay. So again, that is a very selfish perspective.
I'm saying कि if you think it that way, ना, I'm doing it for myself. बहुत मेरा हाथ साफ हो जाता है, मेरा पता है किसी का भला हो जाएगा, so it feels you feel good. Now, if it makes you feel good, it's selfish. I wouldn't say that, because that's necessary. It's like oxygen to your life.
Exactly.
What do you feel good about in life, right? And you can be like सेल्फिश कि मुझे ही सिर्फ अच्छा लगता है, औरों को मजा नहीं आ रहा है, बट व्हेन यू डू फॉर कलेक्टिव पीपल देन
Yeah.
यू नो दैट तुम्हें तो मजा आ रहा है, औरों को भी आ रहा है.
Or good, yeah.
So that I think it's another oxygen.
Okay. Acha, then job, and then I am Kolkata. I am Kolkata. Was it a what, two-year course or a executive course? Okay,
1 year.
1 year. Okay. On
That
campus?
happened because on campus, yes, on campus.
Okay.
Not distance learning. So like distance and DLP program भी है,
Mhm.
but I took the on campus.
Okay.
हाँ, वो तो यही होगा कि मर्चेंट इंजीनियरिंग जब करते हो ना, वही होता है ना कि you're being a done that and that bogus season.
Mhm. Mhm.
Lot of people will enjoy it. They have reached the point now I'm chief engineer, I'm drawing that salary. क्योंकि
Mhm.
पैसा आता है जब आप बनते हो सेकंड इंजीनियर, चीफ इंजीनियर, रियल मनी. हाँ,
Okay.
like today my bachelor might be earning 7-8 lakhs a month tax free. हाँ, and doing a job which is pretty okay.
Acha.
Honestly, when you are shipped with company होता है ना कि it's like a factory, you have to follow a certain procedure.
Mhm.
हर चीज की checklist है. So when you're following that procedure, things go.
Okay.
Once in a while, जैसे आग कभी कभी लगती है, तो
Mhm.
कभी कभी लगेगी, but most life goes on very peacefully. It's quite boring. हाँ,
Okay.
for some certain perspective.
Mhm.
तो but it's also very enriched. इतने से काम के लिए आपको इतना मिल जाता है because
Exactly.
cargo you're carrying is voluminous. Someone has to do the job. And they have done that thing कि अगर मैं ये बंदा यूरोप से उठाऊंगा तो ये मेरे को 15 का पड़ेगा, अमेरिका से उठाऊंगा तो 20 का पड़ेगा, इंडिया से मुझे 7 में मिल जाता है,
Mhm.
बांग्लादेश में 5 में से मिल जाता है सैलरी. So they
Mhm.
prefer Indians because of their educational background, because they speak English very fluently, है ना.
Mhm.
तो करके हम लोग फिर बैठ जाते हैं वहाँ. So what I'm telling you is कि when I reached that point when I was getting comfortable, I was actually getting more uncomfortable because
Okay.
even though the packet was good, but the challenge was too small. Because you're so used to in your job, everybody have to keep people motivated कि ये करो, इसको ऐसे करो. Your chief engineer mostly you are about telling people किससे क्या काम करना है.
Hmm.
हाँ, तो it got boring for me. हाँ, वो भी हो गया. घूम फिर लिया, बहुत बहुत पोर्ट देख ली, कितनी बार सिंगापुर चले जाओगे, कितनी बार हांगकांग चले जाओगे,
Correct.
कितनी बार यूएस घूम लोगे भाई. हाँ, तो एंड ऑल्सो जब मर्चेंट नेवी में घूमते हो आप, तो आप शहर नहीं घूम रहे हो, आप वो पोर्ट के आसपास ही घूमते रहते हो.
Okay, you can't go deep
हाँ,
into the city actually.
तो टाइम ही नहीं होता है, जब तक लोडिंग अनलोडिंग चल रही है तब तक चल रहा है.
Mhm.
तो वन दैट बोरियत सेट इन, एंड देन द
Okay.
माइंड स्टार्टेड टिकिंग. हाँ, कि बॉस अब क्या, बॉस भाई कम ये हो नहीं पाएगा. एंड
Mhm.
एट द सेम टाइम आई मेट सुचरिता, मैरिज हो रही है, देन यू सेड की फैमिली लाइफ चॉप हो सकती है. तो इट वाज अगेन एन अटेम्प्ट इन द डार्क
Okay.
कि चलो अप्लाई करते हैं. हाँ,
Hmm.
हो गया तो चलो, और क्या कर सकते हो आप, बिकॉज कुछ
Hmm.
और सूझ ही नहीं रहा है. हाँ,
Mhm. Mhm.
तो मतलब जो डिफाइंड पाथ है उसको फॉलो करते हैं. बट
Hmm.
हैविंग सेड दैट अगेन,
Hmm.
एमबीए वाज एन आई ओपनर,
Acha.
अनदर लेवल ऑफ आई ओपनर.
Okay.
हाँ, मतलब आई जॉइन देयर फॉर ब्रांडिंग कि हम भी आई एम गए हैं.
I'm good. ठीक है.
ऐसे होता ना,
हाँ.
तो वो घुस जाए, वो निकल के कुछ ना कुछ तो कर लेंगे, कुछ ना कुछ तो हो जा रहा है, इस भरोसे से गए.
हाँ, हाँ.
आई डिडंट गो देयर फॉर नॉलेज.
Okay.
हाँ, हाँ, मतलब आई डिड कि कुछ नया सीखेंगे, बट द प्राइमरी गोल वाज ब्रांडिंग.
Basically, I
हाँ,
think most of the people I have spoken about, they say कि एक तो branding है, दूसरा networking है. You meet people at a certain level and you form a decent kind of network in maybe corporate world or something.
बट आई वाज नॉट लाइक ना, एट सम
हाँ.
पॉइंट माय लाइफ आई रियलाइज कि आई एम नॉट आउट फॉर जॉब. अब मुझे वो
Yeah.
समझ में आ जाएगा,
हाँ.
मेरे में वो स्पिरिट नहीं है. और इफ आई सी समवन अबव मी इज नॉट केपेबल ना, इट जस्ट बर्न्स मी इनसाइड. एंड इन
Hmm.
माय जॉब आई हैव सीन दोस पीपल.
Yes.
हाँ, तो द पॉइंट मुझे लगता है कि बॉस मैं ये क्यों करूँ. हाँ, मेरे माइंड में मैं थोड़ा डबल लूज थोड़ा सा, दैट इज माय माइंड इज
एक soft
समटाइम्स.
soft rebellion.
आपको मेरे को लगता है कि कैसे आई गेट इनटू डिबेट, आई गेट इनटू कंसंट्रेशन, नॉट लाइक मुक्काबाजी. हाँ, बट द
Mhm.
पॉइंट इज आई गेट आई मेक कंड्यूसिव फॉर अ, लाइक कि मैं काम आधा करके या कुछ एक या करके उसको क्वेश्चन कर दूंगा कि ये ऐसा क्यों नहीं, वैसा क्यों नहीं, उसको भी वो क्वेश्चन अनकंफर्टेबल लगेगा, लाइक दैट.
हाँ, हाँ,
एंड
हाँ.
देन ही कम टू द अंडरस्टैंडिंग, भाई मेरी भी मजबूरी है, तू भी कर दे. एंड देन आई से नाउ
अब ठीक है.
पैरिटी हो गई. हाँ,
हाँ.
अब ठीक है, तूने बोला मजबूरी है, आई एम जस्ट हेल्पिंग यू आउट, बट दिस इज नॉट नेसेसरी. हाँ,
हम्म.
तेरी जॉब के लिए नेसेसरी, मेरे को फर्स्ट में घिसा जा रहा है.
हम्म.
So at some point, I think what happens is that though it sounds as very glamorous, it works both ways again.
हम्म.
People who are able to do those things consistently right and do very well, they become ojhas.
हम्म.
Because don't think you reach there because of your own drive and of your own thing. You read it because you're very team player and you're very compliant with whatever
The
low efficient works are.
the template is whatever the template is.
उसको follow कर रहे हो तुम और चाहे वो तुम्हें interesting लगने लगा, you are the kind of person who aligns.
Hmm.
And then there's the other spectrum, our kind of people, if we don't like, we don't align and we get into confrontation.
Yes.
है ना? So somewhere down the line, I just couldn't handle that aspect of my behavior. Even today, I cannot. So I'm very, not that I wouldn't have enjoyed being CEO of Google or Microsoft. It's just that I know the path requires a lot of sacrifices in terms of
Yes.
a lot of networking, and I'm not very good at that. And I accept that. And that is a shortcoming.
Okay.
It should
Okay.
not be glorified.
Hmm.
It should not be glorified. Guys who are very good at networking, maybe average in their skill, networking is a skill. And if someone is high on that, I respect him for that.
Okay.
And so long he's not interfering and trying to look like I'm very skilled, that burns me.
Yes.
We know that you're good at networking, and you know that you are still less skilled, and you accept it. But we appreciate that you're good at networking, and you know that they're good for that. A lot of people are good part of their as they're very good at skill also, and they
Okay.
have some other talent also.
Uh-huh.
So that is what burns me. And but then there are people who are good at both also.
Yes. Yes.
So, like today the whole spectrum. So mostly my experience in shipping was I was getting loggerheads with people who were basically not high on skills,
Hmm.
good in networking, probably not good at networking, but because of designation, I was missing your part.
Hmm.
So I got into that. Then I went to another job from 2008 till 12. I did another job. Again, same issue.
This was
Uh,
before. This was before Kolkata. I am Kolkata.
After Kolkata, I am
Acha, after.
Kolkata.
Okay. After. Okay. Huh.
So I am Kolkata was for branding, but I am Kolkata, I have to say that everyone should go through MBA.
Okay.
Because see, all our life, our education system teaches about STEM,
Hmm.
science, technology, engineering. But that is one thing.
Hmm.
Nobody tells us see, how to manage your skills to have a career, to build organizations, to run companies,
Hmm.
to be a part of a bigger process,
Hmm.
where you might not have the skills which are directly implying you are not the factory floor guy. नैनो में तुम रतन टाटा जी को नट बोल्ट ने टाइट करना, बट ही हैज टू थिंक नट कहाँ से आएगा,
Right.
वो
Right.
फ्लैक्सी फ्लोर कैसे होगी, हाँ
Hmm. Hmm.
उसमें से आउटपुट कितना आएगा, उसको बेचना कैसे है.
Hmm.
So all these are managerial, and I think MBA is this what is this मतलब कि till the first 22 years of your life nobody taught us this, like in
Yes.
my generation I can say for sure,
Hmm.
and the
Hmm.
exposure was also not good.
Hmm.
So when I went to my first introduction to marketing
Hmm.
systems,
Hmm.
it blew my mind. And it was like every day used to be a Pandora box. Every day.
Acha.
Our professors are good. They scare you.
Acha.
They tell you कि बेटा देखो तुम्हारा you might be working for 6 7 years and might be top of your department, but
Hmm.
you don't know this.
Okay.
And suddenly what it shows,
Hmm.
actually what I was working with this blindness.
Acha.
देखो जिम्मी मुझे पता होना चाहिए था उस समय.
Uh-huh.
तो भी निकल गया टाइम. And then suddenly that जागृति happens कि बहुत क्या क्या नहीं पता यार अब.
Hmm. Hmm.
So for me, MBA was that thing.
Okay.
And I see a lot of people are very skeptical.
Hmm.
See, the notoriety it got because of the financial meltdown of 2008.
8. Yes.
The notoriety it got of various Series A, Series B funding and गायब हो जाते हैं.
Hmm.
Movies बनते. It makes for interesting stories.
Hmm.
But by and large, it is not that.
Hmm.
By and large, it is about what engineers do to machines. MBA guys do it to organizations and businesses.
Okay.
They make it optimal.
It
हाँ
kind of makes it bigger. Makes it bigger.
scalable कर लो या नहीं भी scale करना तो see कि where your problem is in the
Hmm.
business.
Hmm. Hmm.
And sometimes you're blindsided by it. Why they tell you is that see, your business is not going to work because
Okay.
by benefit of lot of frameworks and learnings, you know that कि देख ये बहुत struggle होने वाला है. Are you
Hmm.
ready for it?
Hmm.
A lot of people start with things with a lot of passion.
Hmm. Hmm.
And life is not profitable.
Hmm.
So passion comes from, let's say, engineering or whatever enthusiasm you have, but profitability comes from an MBA.
Yes.
One odd case, your passion will get you profitability. There's a
Hmm.
one odd case. 99 number of times to make a passion profitable, you need to understand that there's a way to it.
Yes.
है ना? You getting my point? So
I
point is
got it.
that a lot of people have this conviction. So long we are passionate,
Mm-hmm.
so long we do it with all our heart, it will be effective. No work that way.
Mm-hmm.
Out of 100, 1% की life में ऐसा हो जाएगा, he was very passionate, he gave it all it had, and it worked for him. Most people will become mediocre, get
Yeah.
something out of it.
Mm-hmm.
But there will be 5, 10 guys who took the MBA logic of it and saw कि where is the money in it.
Balanced out.
हाँ, where
Yeah.
बैलेंस आउट करना है कि मैं पैशन को रखूंगा, बट यार अगर प्रॉफिटेबल है तो मैं जीऊंगा कैसे,
Mm-hmm.
है ना? वो थॉट प्रोसेस है ना, वो
Mm-hmm.
एमबीए वाला बंदा लाता है,
Okay.
मुझे
Okay.
ऐसा लगता है।
Okay.
हाँ, बट ये लॉट ऑफ
So,
पीपल कि लोग अपना
so वहां से then finally whatever jobs were and of course what your discomforts were, finally Secret and Twaga.
यस, स्वागा इज स्टिल इन मेकिंग, सीक्रेट इज देयर। हाँ, सो सीक्रेट इज द कैच कॉ,
Okay.
मतलब एंड सीक्रेट इज समथिंग दैट इज एंजॉयबल आल्सो बिकॉज़ वेरी क्रिएटिव इज टू बी।
Mm-hmm.
हाँ, बट इट इज वेरी स्किल डिपेंडेंट, टाइम डिपेंडेंट, वो हमारा स्किल, हमारा टाइम जाता है।
Okay.
Now, as you're growing, you want to give less and less time,
Mm-hmm.
but or you want to give your time only to quality,
Mm-hmm.
high
Mm-hmm.
value stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, means that कि एक thought trigger हो गया कि बहुत why not make a product?
Mm-hmm.
Products are self-sustaining if they are good. Let's say if there's something and that idea and people will buy it, like if
Okay.
there are flowers behind you.
Mm-hmm.
So people will buy flowers, man. Like there's someone who's making it.
Mm-hmm.
And if it becomes a monopoly or maybe 3, 4 people, then all of them make money,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
But
Mm-hmm.
someone identified, okay, flowers are necessary, or for mic you are using.
Mm-hmm.
So someone is identified, okay, I can be, and there's a demand, and there will always be demand for success,
Yes.
you
Yes.
know.
Yes.
So point that I'm trying to say कि Swagger comes from that thought process. So yeah,
Mm.
what is it that we can create? इसलिए perennial demand है, हमारा effort एक बार लगेगा उसमें।
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Like if you have written a book,
Mm-hmm.
the book is there now. Now whenever you
Yes.
do MBA function with marketing, the book will sell.
Mm-hmm.
Don't do MBA function, it won't. If the book becomes a brand, it will sell nevertheless.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay? Or you become a brand, the book will sell. You
Mm-hmm.
see, but you don't have to do recurrent effort in that.
Exactly.
You know,
Mm-hmm.
so that is the logic of Quagga. But secret is the because I have this skill,
Mm-hmm.
I want to show this, and my time will be involved, and the result will be good, but my time will be involved.
Yes.
Then my job is here.
Mm-hmm.
And when you are young, you give 18 hours to work. Then
Mm-hmm.
Sunday you give 16. Then you
Mm-hmm.
cut it down to 12. Day
Mm-hmm.
comes, then you just want to give 2 hours to not more than that,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
So we are getting ready for that day.
Okay.
When we are doing सीक्रेट टू पागा कि हम 3 घंटे करेंगे सीक्रेट के लिए, मेरा हाई एंड क्लाइंट है ये, मैं उसको सर्विस करूंगा, या फिर मैं जो बोलूंगा उसकी इतनी वैल्यू होगी कि आई गेट सो मच ऑफ मनी
Mm-hmm.
फॉर इट, यू नो।
Okay.
So secret is in that way. Secret is there. So we are thinking that way. And how I got into secret is like this. I was working for this company, and salaries were good. And salaries are good होती है and make you complacent.
It does.
You don't question a lot of things in life.
Mm-hmm.
You think कि यार ये अच्छा तो है यार, ठीक है ना, थोड़ा घिस ले, कोई एटीट्यूड आ जाता है एंड में सैलरी मिल रहा है ना।
Mm-hmm.
और कभी कभी सर्वाइवल भी होती है कि
Yes.
बॉस अगर ये नहीं चले क्या किया, खाना
Mm-hmm.
पीना कैसे चलेगा, बच्चे कैसे बड़े होंगे, यू नो। इट पुशेस यू टू डू द सैलरी नाउ,
Yes.
राइट,
Mm-hmm.
विच इज गुड। एंड इट इज नथिंग रॉन्ग। लेट्स
Mm-hmm.
नॉट टेक इट इन द स्पिरिट ऑफ ट्राई टू डिमीन। इफ योर पर्सनैलिटी टाइप इज लाइक दैट, and there are some people I've seen who are very good team players, very good at networking,
Mm-hmm.
like they're killing it in what they are doing, all right,
Mm-hmm.
because they have that thing. And some people की मजबूरी है, बेटा तू ये नहीं करेगा तो क्या करेगा सैलरी।
Mm-hmm.
What I'm trying to say is that at that time something happened which I share with everyone, because this is the role of luck in your life.
Mm-hmm.
So my wife was on maternity leave. Vikram was on the way, and she used to work for a company which was into what we do now under secret, film
Okay.
posters and all.
Okay.
She used to work there. And whatever extra work we used to do, we were doing some branding work and website development. शुरू किया था थोड़ा थोड़ा, वो हम
Mm-hmm.
सीक्रेट में करते थे. That was something we were doing on the side. Secret work was
Mm-hmm.
happening on the side.
Mm-hmm.
But on 2010, the owner of that company passed away, where my wife used to work.
Okay.
And that guy was a gem of a guy. So there was no way that we could have left.
Look.
Sucharita is basically the skill, the hands-on person who does the creative job in secret.
Mm-hmm.
I mostly look after other functions, which is website,
Mm-hmm.
and the business in general. We
Mm-hmm.
also do software. The software website I look after directly, and the business.
Mm-hmm.
And Sucharita is the person who's creative. So she
Mm-hmm.
looks after creative all the time. My role is towards ideation and QC, but
Okay.
the development part of it. So creative work has goes to इससे पहले ideation होता है,
Mm-hmm.
एक thought process होता है कि क्या करेंगे, उसमें participate. जब
Mm-hmm.
decide हो जाता है तो facilitator takes that idea and makes it a form, gives it a form.
Mm-hmm.
अब फिर
Mm-hmm.
मैं आता हूँ जैसे द क्रिटिक की इसमें क्या गड़बड़ है, उसमें झगड़ा होता है, हाँ कि बहुत तुमने इतनी मेहनत की बट इसमें ये गड़बड़ हो गया, तो देन ऑप्टिमाइजेशन होता है, हाँ एंड
Okay.
देन फाइनली प्रोडक्ट बनता है. तो
Okay.
माय रोल इज इन क्यूसी
Mm-hmm.
and this thing in the creative timeline. But business, I look single-handedly myself. That's what Shweta doesn't get into.
Mm-hmm.
So my take on this thing is that it happened because that owner passed away. And there was a limbo. There were 5, 7 projects she was working on. The clients were जितनी अरे मालिक मर गया, अब कौन करेगा.
Mm-hmm.
The employees were जितनी अरे अब तो नौकरी गई.
Mm-hmm.
हाँ, तो इन सब अमित सूरी बेसिस MBA कि
Mm-hmm.
बहुत रेवेन्यू क्लियर दिख रहा है.
Mm-hmm.
हाँ, सप्लाई साइड भी क्लियर दिख रहा है.
Mm-hmm.
ओनली manager is missing in this organization.
So let me fit in.
हाँ, so
Mm-hmm.
I came at that time. I said कि चलो देखते हैं, एक अपॉर्चुनिटी आई है तो
Mm-hmm.
खुद ही मार दी अपॉर्चुनिटी में. हाँ, अपॉर्चुनिटी प्रेजेंट इटसेल्फ, हम बैठे हुए थे कि
Mm-hmm.
अपॉर्चुनिटी नहीं मिल रही थी अपने को लाइफ में कुछ ऐसा मिली,
Mm-hmm.
हम खुद ही मार दिए उसमें कि बहुत ठीक है. तो सोचा था बोलते बट आई डोंट नो बिजनेस, आई डोंट नो हाउ टू हैंडल बिजनेस, आई
Mm-hmm.
टेक केयर ऑफ दैट. मुझे भी पता नहीं था उस समय, मुझे ये पता था मैं कर लूंगा. हाँ,
Mm-hmm.
एंड जो एम्प्लॉय थे वो फोन किए गए, हाँ कि बॉस देखो तुम लोग का नौकरी ऐसा है कि ज्वाइन अस. मेरी कॉन्फिडेंस थी,
Mm-hmm.
मेरी कॉन्फिडेंस इनको बताया गया कि डोंट वरी विल डू दैट. हाँ,
Mm-hmm.
एंड देन इट काम आता रहा, हम करते रहे, हाँ,
One
चलता रहा.
one thing just popped up. One thing just popped up that working with your wife. All right. I mean, it is not domestic. It is basically just professional. Ego hassles होता है क्या?
बहुत होता है, बहुत
अच्छा.
होता है. एंड नॉट जस्ट लाइक डोंट दिस वे डोमेस्टिक एंड प्रोफेशनल, इट्स वन,
अच्छा.
एवरीथिंग इज पर्सनल.
Okay. Okay.
हाँ, देयर इज नो प्रोफेशनल. हाँ, but it has to come, yeah, professional at some point. I have to go and post, and she understands and also, but it's very like होता है. But then over time, when the results come in
Uh-huh.
and you start looking the benefits, then you realize, see, there's something about Lakshmi.
It is.
हाँ, there's something about Lakshmi. She's not a goddess for nothing.
Yes.
हाँ, समझ रहे हो. तो
Uh-huh.
मनी जब आता है, अगर भाई
Hmm.
तो तुमने मेहनत की और मनी नहीं आया, लक्ष्मी इज नॉट देयर, तो बिखर जाएगा.
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
हाँ,
Hmm.
बिखर जाएगा. So for it was like that. So long I was doing my business part well, and so long you're doing a creative part, no matter what differences what are, when Lakshmi is there
Hmm.
at the
You stay.
doorstep,
You stay.
ah, she will run away if we fight. Ah, she'll leave us. And that Jagrati happened for both of us. Because we are good at what we do.
Yes.
And yes, we have our egos, and I'll interfere in your area, and you'll interfere in my area.
Hmm.
So long it's marginal, and so
Hmm.
long it doesn't better Lakshmi.
Hmm.
So
Okay.
that compromise has to be, है
Okay.
ना?
Okay.
Because if you get into eco hazards, na, Lakshmi doesn't visit me. She
Yeah.
leaves the doorstep.
Hmm. Hmm.
हाँ, she says कि बापू को अपना सुलझा लो, मैं यम को भेज रही हूँ.
मैं कहीं कहीं और से होके आती हूँ. समझ लेना.
कहीं और से नहीं आ रही हूँ, मैं यमराज को भेज रही हूँ तुम लोग के लिए.
मार ही डालो एक दूसरे को. Oh
मार ही
God.
डालो चलो. I'll help you, don't worry. मैं
हाँ,
तुम्हारे भाई लक्ष्य तक पहुंचाऊंगा. तुम्हारा लक्ष्य है बिखर जाओ.
तो बिखर जाओ आप.
I know a guy for that. Okay, I'll send him.
What is what is your take on fatherhood? Now you have a son, you have a daughter. How
Hmm.
how liberating has that been? How many in what way has it kind of put some constraints on you? Just being a father, just being a father.
See, it is the biggest project of your life.
Acha.
Uh, it is the biggest. If your kids grow up to be everything you wanted to be, you couldn't be, or everything you want them to be, or maybe what they want to be,
Mhm.
I think your project is stuck.
Okay.
Now whatever that may be, and that vagueness is what is I enjoy also,
Okay.
because I don't like checklists. You know, like वो तो मेरा पहले ही problem हो गया है.
हो
I'm
गया.
not that person who is doing DC करो तो D निकल आएगा. I'm not that person. हाँ,
Mhm.
वो तो मुझे पहले ही समझ में आ गया था.
Mhm.
In the vagueness, you can see the light, and you can walk till the light. The discipline of it.
Mhm.
And that is the project.
Mhm.
And in between, you're not just walking, you're stopping to smell the roses. You're stopping to see the waterfall in that tunnel.
Mhm.
It's the journey of fatherhood. And I say that I'm enjoying it. it changes you as a person. Because whatever views you might have about life, we
Mhm.
should be open to change.
Mhm.
And I enjoy that. Very challenging sometimes because there's vagueness in it. A lot of
Mhm.
vagueness. कि बच्चों का क्या होगा? Am I
Mhm.
doing enough? Uh, am I able to balance my professional earnings and with the personal time I can give them? But as of thing, from the choices I have made, I think it's the most liberating and the most enthusiastic project of my life.
Okay.
Whatever I do for my class, I'm enthusiastic about it. But I'm more enthusiastic what I'm doing for myself. And if I can just be the support system I need to be, here I don't have to be the leader. They have to
Mhm.
find it. They have to become leaders.
Mhm. Mhm.
Uh, but my role is to create the soil in which the flower should blossom.
Mhm. Mhm.
I am not the desert land. I can be desert land. आज
Mhm.
छोड़ दूंगा or maybe I can fill it up with money.
Mhm.
और money में
Mhm.
flower नहीं होता.
नहीं हो
हाँ
सकता.
maybe उगता है. I don't know. I
Mhm.
don't know. Maybe जब मैंने कईयों के flowers वही हो गए हैं पता
होते
नहीं.
होंगे.
हाँ we don't know that part. The point is that the flower can grow on deserts also. Cactuses निकलते हैं यार उसमें भी bloom होता है ना?
Mhm.
But my logic है कि अगर flower आपका soil fertile है
Mhm.
उसमें enough यूरिया जाता है उसका मेंटेनेंस होती है
Mhm.
then you have created this system in which the flower should blossom.
Yeah.
Now whether it will blossom or not is something different.
Mhm.
But my role here is the role of the Hanuman
Mhm.
कि हम
Okay.
सपोर्ट पूरा देंगे आपको.
बाकी उड़ लो.
हाँ 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 आपको संजीवनी चाहिए हम जाएंगे लेने की कोशिश करेंगे लाने की.
Mhm.
करेंगे सब कुछ. But I don't want to be. And I don't want that I should be taken as a leader also.
Mhm. अच्छा.
I'm not going to lead because I'll put the hands off. I want you to take the lead here. You'll fail, you'll stumble, fine.
Mhm.
But if you fail and you fall on the ground, तो probably एक cushion में डालने की कोशिश कर दूंगा वहां पर. हाँ
Okay.
like say हाँ. But I will not like it, do your part. So I'm very particular about it. It's your journey.
Mhm.
And somewhere down there, I want them to be cognizant, and they are. It's not that
Mhm.
I want to be, they are.
Mhm.
You are in your own. And I think certain things that will trigger in. So be ready. Be ready for the
Mhm.
opportunity that is going to come there. Don't
Mhm.
reach that opportunity and say, इसको कैसे करना है मुझे तो पता नहीं है.
Okay. Mhm.
हाँ like for example, there's a very good story about George Bernard Shaw.
Mhm.
He
Mhm.
went to a family reunion or something. So one of his nephews came to him and said, Uncle, you're so famous. How are you so famous?
Mhm.
So George Bernard Shaw told him, boss, when an opportunity comes, now just grab it.
Mhm.
हाँ
Mhm.
बोलता कैसे हाँ बोलता you just jump at it when opportunity comes. तो बंदा नेतू बोलता है मेरे को तो मूल मंत्र मिल गया. अंकल बर्नर्ड शॉ ने हमें जो ज्ञान दे दिया ये तो बहुत फॉर्मूला मिल गया किसी और को मिला नहीं वो गया 10 साल बाद फिर से रियूनियन होता है.
Okay.
अंकल बर्नर्ड शॉ हैज गॉन टू द नेक्स्ट लेवल नाउ.
हाँ.
हाँ बट नेतू बेचारा वही अटका हुआ है.
हाँ.
मूल
हाँ.
मंत्र भी मिल गया बट बेचारा
तब
तो
भी नहीं हुआ
ज्यादा
कुछ. हाँ.
उड़ नहीं पाया.
हाँ.
हाँ so he asked the uncle, you remember me? Uncle, of course I remember you. We had this chat. Uncle बोलते हैं, you told this and gave me that formula.
हाँ.
तो बोलते हैं, uncle, how do I know an opportunity comes and I have to jump?
हाँ.
Because I'm waiting for it. तो uncle बोलते हैं, oh, अच्छा, I didn't tell you that part. बोलते हैं, uncle बोलते हैं, you keep jumping.
Only opportunity will fit.
Opportunities will come and go. बोलते हैं, if you keep jumping, you will land on opportunity.
You don't wait to start jumping. You keep jumping.
Don't you keep jumping. Opportunities will come and go, and one day one opportunity will get trapped in your jump.
Trapped.
So that was quite interesting thing I read about and said, well, this is the way one should lead the life. कि You keep jumping. You don't look for opportunity. Opportunity will present. It will come. वो तो है. World has to operate with opportunity to opportunity, but you keep jumping. But when it comes, you just grab it.
You just grab it.
It was quite
अच्छा,
hilarious. So,
one one huge challenge that I've been facing as somebody who is into education is that it is very difficult for kids to read. They just won't take up reading. I mean, for whatever reasons, and they have very valid reasons also. And this is not only about reading English language books. It is about reading I mean, they won't read even Hindi. They won't read even a mix of Urdu or Hindi. They would just won't read. They want to. They want to. They understand the importance. They have seen people grow when they have read stuff, but somehow they just can't get their head around it. कि मतलब कैसे करें, क्या करें? There's no routine about it. there is no immediate result that we are getting so used to. ये कुछ किया फट से रिजल्ट आ जाए, ऐसा नहीं है. What do we suggest? What do we suggest these guys?
तो ये चीज है कि लॉट ऑफ थिंग्स ना आर वेग. So nobody sees that health can be achieved, fitness can be achieved. You think it happens to you, right? Because most people are saying health something youth में तो आप कुछ सोचते ही नहीं है क्या. बाकी लोग सोचते हैं चलो हम खाना सा खा रहे हैं, हाँ, और वो हमारा हेल्थ ठीक रहेगा. ऐसा होता नहीं है. हाँ, बॉडी इज मल्टी डायमेंशनल. इट हैज अ माइंड, इट हैज अ सोल, इट हैज अ बॉडी. बॉडी में वेरियस पार्ट्स होते हैं एंड एवरीथिंग नीड्स इट्स ओन रूटीन. Like if you're not invested in your soul and you're not giving conscious effort in a disciplined manner, after your soul will decay. May your body will exist, your mind will exist, but your soul will decay. है ना? Likewise, mind activity है. If you're not consciously invested into it, and you think that just because of कुछ करता रहूँगा दिमाग लगता है, नहीं, your mind will decay and it will be, like maybe you make a lot of money, maybe you don't, whatever way. Like that's the body. Now reading जो है ना, because functions of the body are noticeable by eye, by our sense system. Function of the body are noticeable by our sense organs. When you see someone who's fit, you can sense it. There are a lot of functions that are not visible easily, like reading, like mind, like soul. They are not there. Sometimes it's on the kids, they don't realize it until they come to that level. That where they see that mind is important, because you're not seeing it directly. What they're seeing is कि हमें job चाहिए, हमें ये चाहिए, but they don't think that अगर ये चीज अच्छी है, job तो हो ही जाएगी बहुत, बिजनेस तो कर ही लोगे. ये टॉप खाना अगर ठीक है, if your body is fit, you'll be able to achieve a lot of things through your action. But if the body is not fit, it's not strong. So go to become a professor. Don't try to do the physical stuff because your regular body will not do. Now, during the habit, what the thing is, see, all these things of the mind and the soul are habits. तो वो हैबिट डेवलप करना है. तो हैबिट कैसे डेवलप होती है इज द क्वेश्चन नाउ. हैबिट डेवलप का सबसे आसान तरीका होता है गेट इनटू द डिसिप्लिन ऑफ इट. So if you get into the discipline of reading a book 20 minutes a day, somewhere down the line, you'll read something that will hook you. And if you're reading right. Now, having said that, it might be very boring. You pick up a physics book to read. नींद आ जाएगी. Chemistry book नींद आ जाएगी. But someone has written a book on something which is probably might ignite something, and that sometimes require a good mentor also.
Yes.
एक होने की डिसिप्लिन करो और ऊपर एक मेंटर का लेयर डाल दो. कि जो गाइड करेगा कि क्या पढ़ो और कैसे पढ़ो, उसमें क्या देखो. So that is the required thing, because honestly, when your slate is blank, you cannot expect them to know what is the right book to read.
Right.
Someone has to guide you, है ना. First point कि तुम एक दिशा दिखा रहे हो. जैसे हम लोग कह रहे हैं कि हमारे वो बच्चू सिंह सर हो गए या फिर दुआल सर हो गए. These are the mentors we have. Let's not discount. Sitting in that classroom would have made us not what we are.
Yes.
It was because he was there. And he told us what to do. And the discipline of getting up at 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, अपना study time है, 8 o'clock तक कोई breakfast होगा, 7 to 8 कुछ भी झगमारी करो, मैं बैठ के पढ़ना ही है.
Exactly. You had that.
और क्लास में डिसिप्लिन, वो सीनियर्स घूम रहे हैं बाहर की, कोई नॉइज करेगा तो पड़ जाएगी. क्लास में ड्रॉप टाइम, रिमेंबर, 7 to 8 in the morning.
Yes.
सब बैठ के अपना होमवर्क कर रहे हैं, कोई क्यों नहीं कर रहा है ना. So that discipline, and we don't know why we were doing. I don't even remember what you were writing. But the discipline, but the discipline and the mentor combined formed habit. Discipline plus mentor. What a time! We give pravachan, but we don't build the discipline structure around it, and we don't give the mentorship. So obviously the kid is not reading. He doesn't know. He's a blank slate. He's a seed. You have to create the ecosystem where reading happens.
Yes.
When the book club started, that was the ecosystem in some people would have read.
Yes. Even I read at least 3 books. I mean, not all 14, but 3 किताब तो पढ़ा था मैंने. Yes.
चक्कर यह कि उस इकोसिस्टम में कई लोग 100% करेंगे, कई लोग 80% करेंगे, 30% कर देंगे, कई लोग 0 में भी अच्छे रहेंगे. But that ecosystem is important.
Yes.
So if the flower has not blossomed, so don't blame the flower. Check the soil.
Yes. Got it.
So my point is that the first thing, हम लोग के घर में we have a reading hour.
Okay.
Twice weekly.
अच्छा.
And in that hour, nobody is going to speak anything. Choose your book. If it's funny, it's boring, just read it.
Just read it. Just
हाँ,
be through that 1 hour somehow.
उस समय आपको टॉयलेट जाना है या कुछ प्यास लगी है, नथिंग,
Okay.
1 hour sit down, read.
And what time is
हाँ,
that? What time is that?
मॉर्निंग।
Morning. Okay.
मैं उठते हैं, कुछ नींद भी आ रही होती है, मैं देखता हूँ झपकी आ रही है, मैं बोलता हूँ हाँ उसको भी जागा। तो थिंग इज नॉट दैट रिगर इज इम्पोर्टेंट। हाँ, एंड उसको क्या पढ़ रहा है, मैं पूछता हूँ क्या पढ़ रहे हो,
Hmm.
एंड आई टेल हिम कि बहुत मूव बियॉन्ड एनी लाइसेंस नाउ। हाँ, हो गया।
हो गया.
हाँ, बट दे वांट टू रीड थिंग्स, अब पेजेस जल्दी जल्दी फ्लिप होते हैं जिसमें ग्राफिक्स बहुत है, but at
Yes.
some point probably it will trigger. You know, see,
हाँ,
ecosystem अच्छा है, वो flower mostly blossom.
होएगा.
But
हाँ.
having said that, whether it will become the bushel you wanted it to become, or it just became a small weed, will
Hmm.
be depending on
Hmm. Hmm. A lot.
leave it something to fate.
Yes, yes. A lot of
Leave it to
permutations.
leave it to like for secret would not happen if the owner did not die.
Yeah.
Now the point is that the very unfortunate, but the truth is that
Something came
ah,
out of it. Something
so
came out of it.
leave it to Kainat, because there are a lot of things happening. Opportunities have a tendency to come,
Hmm. Hmm.
but be ready for it. So your reading is your readiness.
Hmm. Hmm.
अपॉर्चुनिटी तुम्हें मिले ना मिले वो खुद नहीं बोल सकता वो,
Hmm.
पर
Hmm.
जिस दिन अपॉर्चुनिटी आए और
You
तुम
are
उसका
ready.
पढ़ा नहीं था,
Yeah.
हाँ, उस दिन क्या होगा, तुम फिर वो बच्चे हो। बर्नेट शॉ और बच्चे में ये डिफरेंस है, he
Hmm.
waited for the opportunity, and when the opportunity came he was not even ready.
Hmm.
हाँ,
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
jumping is not about just jumping. Jumping means that you're getting ready, you're getting ready, you're
Yes.
getting ready,
Yes.
you're getting
Yes.
ready, and getting ready is an exercise, right?
हाँ.
So if you're too focused कि opportunity मैं grab कर लूंगा, अगर opportunity आ भी गई ना, तुम नहीं कर पाओगे because you're not ready for it.
You're not ready for it. And maybe it
अब
is
तुमने
so
grab कर भी लिया,
overwhelming. Maybe the opportunity is so overwhelming that you kind of stay run away from it. कि ये तो होना ही नहीं है मेरे से.
lot of people bite it and then they get stressed.
Hmm.
हाँ, they get stressed कि तो अपनी औकात के नीचे हमने ले ली। उससे कई लोग जंपिंग फिर भी करते रहते हैं और सीख जाते हैं, कई लोग उसमें सुन्न हो जाते हैं, स्टन हो जाते हैं, एंड देन दे गेट पिक्ड आउट। बेटा तो यू आर नॉट व्हाट यू सेड ऑन योर सीवी लव।
Yes. Yes. Yes.
हाँ,
Yes.
so I give you 3 months, jump. हाँ,
Jump.
3 months में jumping high ना, हाँ,
हाँ.
it's fine. If
हाँ.
you're not, then jump out. हाँ,
हाँ.
so point is this, what you're saying, what reading does to you, tell the story to everyone.
Hmm.
He is not jumping, getting ready, because opportunity will come, and it will come, trust me.
It will.
World works like that. That is the way of the world.
Yes.
It is just how it is. Opportunity will come, but you, if you're sitting down, you won't be able to grab it. But if you're the lucky guy who seat से कूद के grab भी कर लिया, you will
हाँ.
feel incomplete.
Yes.
But if you were jumping now,
Yeah.
then opportunity will come. One, you will reap it. Another will come. You will probably reap that also. हाँ,
Yes.
और मे भी ये भी होगा कि 10 में से you will be like कि अब मैं किस में jump करूं?
हाँ. बहुत मतलब how much can I take? How much can I take?
Because I'm so ready.
हाँ.
हाँ, I'm so ready.
हाँ.
I'm so ready कि जब 10 opportunity I'll jump in this one. हाँ,
हम्म.
sometimes see, I'm ready, nothing will come, but it will come. Because
हम्म.
you're ready, you will get it also, and you will excel now.
Yes.
But if you are not ready,
हम्म.
opportunity will pass by. Opportunity will come, you will grab it, and
हम्म.
you will be stressed about having grabbed that opportunity.
हम्म.
Huh? So the best thing is that your time,
Yes.
your time. What are you doing with your time? Jump.
Ah.
Ah,
Hmm.
so this is thing. अगर time है, and tell anyone कि reading is something ना, it just एक बार मैं भी बच्चों का वो हुआ था, पेरेंट टीचर मीटिंग,
हम्म.
तो उसकी टीचर ने बहुत अच्छी कही थी, और वेरी सिंसियर गाय,
हाँ.
बच्चे को बोल रही है,
अच्छा.
हाँ, पर बोलता है दिस लॉट ऑफ थिंग हैज टू गो इन,
Okay.
बिकॉज विद ऑल योर सिंसियरिटी यू कैन मेक इट समथिंग एंड चर्न आउट, बट इफ यू आर सिंसियर एंड नथिंग इन हियर, व्हाट विल यू चर्न आउट?
What will you get out of it? Yes. हाँ.
हाँ, तो ये बात बोली, तो मैंने कहा बहुत सही, टीचर ने तो बहुत अच्छा समझा दिया। वो बोलता है कि अगर तुम्हें केक बनाना है
हाँ.
और उसका सामान ही नहीं है, तो केक बनेगा कैसे भाई?
नहीं
तुम
बनता.
चाहे कितने सिंसियर हो,
हम्म.
पुट द सामान इन, केक
हम्म.
विल कम आउट।
हाँ. Something will come
हाँ,
out. हम्म.
तो बोलती है कि उसने साथ उसने कहा कि
हम्म.
we should read, because if it goes in, something
हम्म.
will come out. But if
हम्म.
there's nothing in, what will come out?
हम्म.
Huh?
हम्म.
So I guess maybe sometimes a good mentor can pass this thing in a few people. सब बोलेंगे कि लेक्चर दे रहा है,
हम्म.
हाँ, तो उसको कुछ और तरीके से देखना होगा, उसको डिसिप्लिन रूट में डाल दो, ये
हम्म.
बेट तुमको रगड़ देंगे। हाँ, मतलब
हम्म.
तुमको आना पड़ेगा, साथ साथ बैठना पड़ेगा, उसमें कुछ तो रब ऑफ करेगा।
कुछ तो रॉब करेगा. Yes. Yes.
हाँ,
In
तो
fact,
और उसमें मेंटरिंग कर
अभी what I did at my workplace was that most of the kids, they come from kind of, I wouldn't exactly say rural background, but not English medium background. So my take was that, okay, these kids have gone to school, but they have not been to school. गए तो हैं, बट वहां पे पढ़ाई शायद उतना नहीं हुआ है, या टीचर वैसा नहीं था. हाँ. So I kind of started reading stories to them from class 4 to class 12th. कि मैं पूरा स्कूलिंग करा दूंगा तुम्हारा. So that now when you prepare for maybe a bank PO exam or an SSC exam, or maybe aim higher, go for CAT or something, your schooling is over. Your schooling is over. So that was my kind of, you can say, my plan. So अभी वो पूरा नहीं हुआ है, but this is how I look at it, कि कम से कम स्कूल तो खत्म करो उनका. Once the school part is over, regardless you are in graduation or third year or whatever it is, the idea is कि स्कूल नहीं गया था तो पहले स्कूलिंग करते हैं.
तो मतलब they left school. Are you saying that?
No, no, no.
स्कूल गया था but
नहीं, they went to school, but the school wasn't simply good enough. As far as, हाँ, as far as English was concerned, कि गया तो, बट वहां पे ना पढ़ा ना पढ़ाया, तो टेक्निकली आप स्कूल नहीं गए ना. हाँ. एंड यू आर प्रिपेयरिंग फॉर अ नेशनल कंपटीशन. आई मीन, if you take an example, SSC का फॉर्म 30 लाख बच्चा लगभग भरता है, ज्यादा ही होगा, 30 लाख, एंड द पोस्ट्स आर अंडर 10,000. सो वो गैप है. नाउ इफ यू आर नॉट रियली गुड, तो वहां चांस कम बनता है. अच्छा, द फॉर्चुनेट पार्ट इज कि अभी भी वहां पे जो बड़े शहर का बच्चा है वो अप्लाई नहीं कर रहा है. दे आर नॉट टू कीन ऑन दीज गवर्नमेंट जॉब्स. दे आर कि यार MBA कर लेंगे, कुछ और कर लेंगे, विल बी इन दैट काइंड ऑफ. तो आई कीप टेलिंग दीज गाइस कि देखो, तुम्हारा कंपटीशन आपस में ही है, तो जरा सा जोर लगा दोगे तो काम बन जाएगा. फॉर दैट प्लीज लेट अस वर्क ऑन आवर स्कूलिंग पार्ट एज फार एज इंग्लिश, क्योंकि इनका मैथ तेज होता है, दिमाग तेज है, रीजनिंग कर लेते हैं, GS इनको सब पता है, कहाँ क्या हो रहा है दुनिया में, अखबार में आता है, टीचर पढ़ाता है, पॉलिटी, इकोनॉमिक्स, दे नो हेल लॉट. ओके, द ओनली थिंग इज द लैंग्वेज पार्ट. वहां पे अटक जाते हैं. सो माई टेक वॉज कि हम पहले स्कूल खत्म करते हैं. तो अभी आई एम वर्किंग ऑन इट. आई मीन, मे बी मैं इसको डिजिटल कर दूंगा, सो दैट वो क्लास में आने जाने का हेडेक जो है वो दूर होता है. बिकॉज किसी का क्लास सुबह है, कोई कॉलेज जा रहा है, कोई जॉब पे है, सो इट्स वेरी डिफिकल्ट टू काइंड ऑफ गेट देम टुगेदर वंस इन अ डे. दो वी ट्राइड, वी फेल्ड. कुछ दिन बच्चे आए, they were, I mean, they quite enthusiastic, but then they,
yeah, see, that's a very challenging thing for a teacher.
Yes.
To align everyone. But having said that, now maybe the solution is in breaking down into smaller chunks. Like for me, what I realized that a lot of time we do reading, there are certain words that crop up and we assume the meaning of the word.
Exactly. हाँ, यही होगा.
And कभी का मतलब, हाँ, now English हम लोग बहुत करते हैं. आजकल हिंदी में मैं देखता हूँ, जब बच्चों को पढ़ाता हूँ, ये पढ़ लिया, उसने भी पढ़ लिया, और उसमें इतने सारे वर्ड्स थे ना जो उसने अज्यूम कर लिया, उसने इसके बाद कौन बार बार डिक्शनरी में देखेगा.
हाँ, हेडेक नहीं लिया उसका. हाँ,
ये इसका लेना यार, उसका बनता भी नहीं है हेडेक लेना यार, टू बी ऑनेस्ट. हाँ, फिर भी you can't just put him on his shoulders because you made a sentence. टीचर कुंजी में आपने शब्द अच्छे से डाले हैं, हाँ, जो मतलब कि आई गेस इन अ हिंदी हार्टलैंड दे वुड बी एक्सेप्टेड एंड पीपल विल अंडरस्टैंड.
yes,
बट इन अ नॉन हिंदी प्लेसेस दोज वर्ड्स अगर आपने आप हिंदी नहीं जानते तो नहीं जानते. एंड यू कैन नॉट ब्लेम द किड फॉर दैट. कितनी बार डिक्शनरी खुलवाओगे यार उससे.
right.
तुम एक पैराग्राफ पढ़ रहे हो, उसमें तुम 7 बार डिक्शनरी खुलवाओगे तो पैराग्राफ का मजा ही चुरचुरा हो गया ना.
वो फ्लो ही नहीं बन रहा है, वो बेचारा क्या कर रहा है वो.
So it is not their problem, but it's the problem of a good teacher. कि वो पैराग्राफ में बोलता है कि ये उसके मीनिंग है, पहले मीनिंग समझ लो, पहले मीनिंग समझ लो, इसका मतलब
फिर पढ़ने बैठते हैं,
फिर पढ़ने बैठो. तो तुम्हें ना उस पैराग्राफ का, you know, that paragraph will mean something else to you.
yes, and maybe that will encourage you to read more, because now you are getting that
know what I, oh, it's interesting.
हाँ, कि मजा तो आया, चल यार. हाँ, ये राइट, गॉट इट.
पहले तुम डर से पढ़ते हो कि पता नहीं क्या नहीं समझ में आएगा,
क्या मिलेगा,
मेंटालिटी.
हाँ.
अभी तुम पढ़ो तो इसका मतलब मुझे पता है, मैं पढ़ के देखता हूँ. हाँ, अब तुम्हें मतलब पता है. फॉर एग्जाम्पल उनको रामायण और महाभारत पढ़ाई जा रही है, उसमें वर्ड ऐसे से डाले हैं भाई, मुझे भी कभी डिक्शनरी पढ़ती है. हाँ. तो बेसिकली it's easier to say it is their problem, but actually it's the problem of the teacher.
हाँ, उनको क्या पता, how if they knew how to go about it, they would have gone.
And you know, they are very, it's a very malleable position, being a kid, being a youngster. हाँ, उनको दिशा ठीक दिखाओ, उनको ठीक इंस्पायर करो, वो पकड़ लेते हैं।
पकड़ लेते हैं,
हाँ,
यस। हाँ।
तो दिशा दिखाएगा कौन?
हम्म
हाँ,
हम्म
उसको मेंटर कौन करेगा? इट्स एन एक्सटर्नल फंक्शन।
हम्म
हाँ, it's
हम्म
not the internet. People may drive, and more often than not, most people have drive even if they don't speak positively about it.
यस।
हाँ, क्या ये कौन मेहनत करेगा? Most people. वो एक दो लोग थे, वो हाईलाइट दे देते हैं because they are very aggressive and vocal and authoritative about their brashness.
हम्म।
हाँ, but 98% people ना, they want कि इनको कोई दिखता दिखा दे।
हाँ, ट्रू ट्रू
हाँ,
ट्रू।
तो वो बनना पड़ेगा, and it is not their problem. If they are not reading, it's because the ecosystem has been not been developed for reading.
हम्म हम्म
Like, if you don't give a conscious thought as a teacher, स्कूल में
हम्म
जो नहीं हो पा रहा है, टीचर नहीं देते हैं कॉन्शियस
हम्म
थॉट, वो बस सिलेबस खत्म करा देते हैं।
हम्म
अगर ट्यूशन में आता, ट्यूशन में फोकस होता है इसके मार्क्स अच्छे लाओ, ताकि बस तुम बोलते हो मेरे ट्यूशन की वजह से आपको 40 आउट ऑफ 40 आ गया।
राइट।
वो भी नहीं देता, वो भी मैंने ट्राई कर लिया है। But
हम्म
somewhere down the line, there might be one teacher or a one tuition guy, or probably if they are not there, maybe you yourself, you
हम्म
take it on yourself, कि I'll get it process.
हम्म
Though it's very challenging on like my part because मेरे पास resources ही नहीं है. I
हम्म
have to start from zero, but somewhere along the line you keep experimenting. But a good teacher is crucial, and the teacher must take it on himself or herself that
हम्म
I will create the environment
हम्म
where reading becomes conducive.
हम्म
And if you create that environment, you see people reading, and that is the satisfaction. And those people will reap the benefit of it.
यस।
But to say the डंडा राज वे कि तुम लोग नहीं कर रहे हो, तुम लोग को आता नहीं है, बट समझो तो क्यों नहीं कर रहे हैं वो?
हाँ हाँ, वो क्यों नहीं कर रहा?
जब वो
एग्जैक्टली,
समझ
दैट्स व्हाट आई वाज ट्राइंग टू गेट टू।
थॉट।
हम्म
हाँ,
हम्म
उसका जैसे डिस्ट्रैक्शन है। हाँ, गिव
हम्म
मी डेडिकेटेड हाफ एन आवर, टुडे इज रीडिंग टाइम, क्लास में मैं आ जाऊंगा, तुम बैठोगे वहां, बैठो, मैं भी पढ़ूंगा, तुम भी पढ़ोगे।
हम्म
उसके बाद हम उस आधे घंटे पढ़ने के बाद, और उसके पहले ये 5 मिनट नींद समझ लो,
हम्म
ठीक है? अब पढ़ेंगे आधा घंटा। मतलब व्हाट आई एम सेइंग दैट कि वी डोंट गिव दैट डेडिकेटेड हाफ एन आवर, टू मेनी डिस्ट्रैक्शंस। नेटफ्लिक्स चल रहा है, दोस्त आ रहे हैं, घंटी बजा रहे हैं, लाइक
हम्म
होमवर्क करना है, उसके
हम्म
बीच में आपको रीडिंग स्किल डेवलप करना
हम्म
है।
हाँ, सो मे बी एज टीचर्स वी शुड टेक इट अप। हाँ।
मैंने बॉल तेरे कोर्ट में डाल दिया, तू समाधान ढूंढ रहा था, मैंने तुझे प्रॉब्लम
और
पकड़ा दी।
नहीं, मैं एक्चुअली मैंने कहा ना कि आई वाज काइंड ऑफ ऑलरेडी वर्किंग ऑन इट, कुछ अपना कल चला रहा था, बट दिस एडेड क्वाइट अ लॉट टू माय प्लान्स नाउ। द वे आई वाज गोइंग उसमें, मतलब नाउ देयर बी अ ट्वीक, एंड इन द क्लासरूम आल्सो एक चेंज लाऊंगा थोड़ा थोड़ा, मतलब एज यू सेड कि वी हैव अराउंड 90 मिनट्स काइंड ऑफ सेशन, और उसमें मतलब 15 मिनट्स कैन इजीली बी टेकन आउट टू जस्ट रीड समथिंग। एक एक स्टोरी पढ़ने में कितना 5 मिनट जाता है मुश्किल से। हाँ।
एक स्टोरी भी इंटरेस्टिंग हो गई।
यस।
हाँ,
हाँ हाँ हाँ।
और हाँ, लाइक वो 15 मिनट में कुछ इंटरेस्ट मिलेगा ना, नेक्स्ट टाइम देन यू से कि देख उसका लेसन क्या मिला।
यस।
15 मिनट तो हर कोई दे देता है,
हर कोई
पर
देता
अगर
है।
तुम पहले दिन बोलोगे 2 घंटे बैठ के पढ़ना है, तो वो
नहीं
क्या हो,
नहीं।
थोड़ा सा अंदर एक
हम्म,
विगर चाहिए होता है उसके लिए,
हाँ
2 घंटे
हाँ।
बैठ के।
नहीं, अभी अभी मेरे को चमका बिल्कुल, दैट यू एंटर द क्लास, यू टेक फर्स्ट 10 मिनट्स टू रीड एंड देन यू गो विद द सिलेबस और व्हाटएवर इट इज, एज सिंपल एज दैट। एंड
And you know what I say to read now? There are a lot of now internet thanks to it. You can go and go to Chat GPT. Ah, like for example, GPT is a killer man. You tell Chat GPT, I am facing this problem. Do you understand?
it will.
The guy बोलेगा, "Yes, I understand." Ah, then you say that I want my students to develop reading habits.
हाँ।
Okay, so for that I need your help. Can you assist me? हाँ,
ओके।
तो कुछ बोलेगा, बोला, can you give me five a methodology to do it? See what it says. Well, like, okay, I understand, man. Give me one more methodology.
ओके।
So you will get 10 methodologies there only.
यू,
Ah,
हाँ, यू यूज द बेस्ट ऑफ देम,
then
यूज द बेस्ट ऑफ देम।
don't stop there. Okay, well, step number one,
हाँ।
people should have dedicated time for reading. And they should read. So, Chat GPT. अब बेटा तुमने मुझे सजेस्ट किया, what should they read? Can you identify 10 pieces from
नाउ
here?
यू गेट द पैराग्राफ्स एज वेल।
Paragraphs also from there. You tell them, okay, I want the paragraph to be in the zone of motivation, inspiration, engineering, let's say, whatever. And it should not exceed 5 words.
ओके।
It will give you output.
पूरा
And then you
कंटेंट।
polish it up.
हाँ, ऑफ
पूरा
कोर्स।
बन गया आपका कोर्स। हाँ,
हाँ।
मतलब आपका क्योंकि फॉर अ टीचर द बिगेस्ट चैलेंज इज टू हैव अ स्ट्रक्चर, द कंटेंट इन द स्ट्रक्चर, एंड देन द
कंटेंट।
फॉलो अप ऑफ स्ट्रक्चर,
यस
है ना?
यस यस।
द फॉलो अप ऑफ स्ट्रक्चर। तो द डेवलपमेंट पार्ट इज वेरी स्केरी। फॉलो अप आपके पास टाइम में बंदे आ रहे हैं, बट उसको पढ़ाऊं क्या? मतलब
हम्म
टुडे थैंकफुली वी हैव अ technology which can do it for us.
Yes, yes, and within minutes, I suppose, within minutes.
And then you can polish it up. You can bring your personality into it. By you have this now. Now, where you would have invested 5 days, you have to invest now 2 hours to polish it up.
So
You get
you
my point. So polish कर दिया now, and then brand कर दो. Sudip Bajpai classes. कि हमारे क्लास में आपको ये मिलेंगे 100 unique pieces across motivation, inspiration, history, civic, culture. करके डिफरेंट सेक्शन बना दो, उसको पाइलम करते रहो, पाइलम करते रहो, पाइलम
एमबीए कर लेना चाहिए था.
ये बहुत उसमें चैटजीपीटी नहीं था यार, बहुत साल लग
नहीं
गए
था.
उसको करने में. ये बड़ा चाहिए टेक्नोलॉजी को हार्नेस करना भी. Today you can, I think, as a teacher, the teacher community is liberated of content development to a large extent.
Yes. Yeah.
And but you should know how. So if you can do that, मतलब जो 10 दिन का काम था अगर 2 घंटे में हो जाएगा तो यार मजा है ना. एंड प्लस एड योर पर्सनालिटी टू इट, है ना.
Basically become a better teacher.
Something you can train it to say, I'm a person who has this temperament, I like fun, but I'm very strict. You can tell him that, and they take those inputs to give the output. That's quite amazing, man.
Yes. ये I'll definitely do it. नहीं try नहीं अब करूँगा ये. I'll do it.
तुम इमेजिन करो प्लेन टाइम नहीं होता वो ग्रुप में, अगर स्टडी टाइम नहीं होता, स्टडी टाइम एक तो क्लास स्टडी है. अगर वो 7 to 8 सुबह और 7 to 8 इन द नाइट,
द प्रेप टाइम
नहीं होता, या फिर तुम्हें ये है कि तुम्हें खेलना ही है बहुत, मतलब घंटी बजी अब तब उतर जाओ मैदान में.
खेलना ही है,
जो खेलना है खेलो. तुम्हें नहीं आता फिर भी उतरो. तो जो नहीं भी खेलता है ना वो कुछ तो खेलना सीख जाता है. दैट इज द ग्रेट थिंग अबाउट यू आर टॉकिंग द फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन यू आस्क्ड. That the institutionalization of processes is a big deal, and to be able to do it day in day out, that is what O Group did. You know?
Yes. A lot of learning coming from this conversation. मैंने शायद बताया भी, the whole idea of having these conversations is that we need to let people know that there is another way of living a life. There are things that that can give you you can say a direction to whatever you want to do. And एक problem जो मुझे लग रहा था again as a teacher was that the kind of role models that we have, nothing wrong with them, they are all celebrities and that, but then you understand that there are people next door who are doing some stuff that is constantly improving themselves and improving maybe the social and the financial status of their families and people around them. They are good family people, they are good husbands and wives and parents and friends. I want to let kids know कि यार ये role models हैं. These are the not so ordinary people. These are actually people जो कि हमें लगता ordinary है, but they are fighting their battles and winning them. Of course, you fight 10 battles, you lose 8, but then you end up winning at least 2. So मेरा whole motto इस conversation का या इस जैसे conversations का ही रहता है that you let people know कि look boss, there are heroes all around you. Because अब शाहरुख खान, विराट कोहली, सचिन तेंदुलकर तो एक ही आते हैं. Not all of us have that kind of gift. But एक एवरेज बंदा मेहनत करके बहुत कुछ कर सकता है.
नहीं, also ये भी है ना कि when you talk about these people who are super successful, they were always jumping.
Yes.
हमें सक्सेस दिखती है, हमें उनकी जो जंपिंग चल रही थी ना वो दिखती नहीं है. They didn't become just guys who come from ऊपर से नीचा, भगवान स्वरूप नीचे आया, उसने काम किया और निकल लिया. He is not Vishnu. So Vishnu had to live quite a bit. If you see, मतलब if you see any Vishnu, they didn't just come, they struggled यार.
Yes.
रो के जर्नी दे गया, पिट के गया बेचारा. कृष्णा की जर्नी देख पिट के गया, बुद्धा को देख कैसे बेचारा बना, है ना. The point I'm telling you is the struggle nobody talks about. Right? So the idea what I'm trying to say is that let's not just dwell in their glory.
The journey.
How many times they failed and how much jumping they did for. And time. One thing good about it is so long you are watching something and you are born and you are dead. The only thing you really owe to yourself is your time.
Yes.
Your time. But you can sell your time to someone else by
Hmm.
watching his content,
Hmm.
hmm, not drawing lessons from it, being entertained all the time. Or you can use your time
Hmm.
to learn something and start jumping.
Hmm. Hmm.
Right. So
Hmm.
that conscious effort has to be there. See, you have only one thing that is yours. Money you earn, someone comes, someone takes, you leave behind whatever.
Hmm. Hmm.
Your fitness will come and go.
Hmm.
There is one thing, so long you are there, it is yours. Now you want to trade it for some money,
Hmm.
or you want to create more super value, or you want to prepare yourself for an opportunity,
Hmm.
it's on you. Nobody can take the time from you. Unless
Right.
if you are a slave, which unfortunately we are not in this
We are
generation.
not. We are not. Yeah.
So that realization has to dawn very early in someone. When very early means not when you are 6 year old. Very early means that when you come into teenage, this realization, देखो बेटा जो तुम्हारा अपना है ना उससे तुम्हारा टाइम है, क्या करोगे उस टाइम का?
करोगे क्या? Yeah.
हाँ, are you going to jump and prepare for an opportunity that will come? Nobody
Hmm.
can stop that opportunity from coming.
Hmm.
Will come.
Hmm.
Or are you going to entertain yourself on
Hmm.
someone else's content and laugh? Which is also good. If you have decided that, become that.
हाँ,
Uh,
become that.
but the point is the choice right now. So when you see Virat Kohli's and you see Sachin Tendulkar or you say whoever
Hmm.
successful,
Hmm.
some are born into privileges, agree, but didn't stop. If today Ambani family के बच्चे अच्छा कर रहे हैं, so remember one thing, he was born into riches, but if he's not jumping, the riches will go.
Yes.
He's
Yes.
multiplying it like,
Right.
you know,
Right.
so
Right.
he's jumping at something which you cannot see,
Hmm.
but he's doing something, which we cannot see. We don't have access to his jumping
Ah,
sessions.
right. But I'm pretty
Uh,
sure they're working really hard. I'm pretty sure about it. हाँ.
you can always say that he इनके पास तो पैसा पहले से था,
Hmm.
या इनके पास तो पहले से था, but what you don't see
Hmm.
is that they come with such huge responsibility that तुम्हारे पास है, and
Hmm.
they're जागरूक about it, and
Hmm.
they are jumping to make the body take it to the next level.
Hmm.
Whatever that level is, what they
Hmm.
see
Hmm.
it, but we
Hmm.
see that level. So that's a big thing.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying that everyone must appreciate the journey much more,
Hmm.
and अगर नहीं appreciate कर पा रहे हो, then we have
Hmm.
the age-old tool
Hmm.
of certain framework. Just follow it.
Yes.
Just
Yes.
follow
Yes.
it.
Just
Uh,
follow it.
and the discipline has sometimes to on your own, or sometimes can be enforced.
Hmm.
A lot of people, if they're put into disciplined structures, they do well. They do well.
Right. Right.
But
Right.
someone has to create that structure. What?
Hmm. Hmm.
Don't expect the kid to do it. Just he or the students to do it, because they do not have that much bank of experiences behind them
Hmm. Hmm.
where they can decide absolute right, absolute wrong, or a version of right or a version of wrong. They will
Hmm.
get swayed to whatever they are seeing and
Hmm.
experiencing. If they're
Hmm.
seeing a certain type of content, they will sway that towards that side.
Hmm.
They'll do something like that. So if in your class, what I would say as a teacher, as a
Hmm.
father, uh,
Hmm. Hmm.
as a owner of a employees under me, so see, my role is not to do the job.
It is to
My role is
create that.
creating
Hmm.
where they can do their job. You see, that's
Hmm.
a big difference. You do your job.
Hmm.
पीछे पड़ जाओ.
पीछे.
Of course, monitoring is part of the
Uh-huh.
ecosystem,
Uh-huh.
but
Uh-huh.
basically monitoring there's a whole set of what to do,
Hmm.
who can do it, how to do,
Hmm.
any problem, feedback, let's interact,
Hmm. Hmm.
come, I'll monitor you on this aspect.
Hmm.
So there's a whole framework,
Hmm. Hmm.
uh, which implemented day in, day out becomes habit.
Yes. Yes.
हाँ,
becomes the part of the process now. ना सोचना भी नहीं पड़ रहा है.
बट उसमें टीचर का रोल ये है कि मैं इकोसिस्टम बना रहा हूँ, और टीचर
Hmm.
डंडा लेके खड़ा है,
Hmm.
तो यू हैव फेल्ड. The teacher has, and this is unfortunate what I'm seeing in school.
Hmm.
Everybody की कोर्स खत्म करके टेस्ट दो. पर टीचर का रोल वो नहीं था. टीचर का रोल था कि कोर्स तो खत्म हो जाएगा
Hmm. Hmm.
इकोसिस्टम में,
Yeah.
फिर तुम अच्छे नंबर ले आओगे इकोसिस्टम में.
Yes. Yes.
मैं इकोसिस्टम, अभी वो इकोसिस्टम ना थोड़ा डिप्लीट हो गया है.
Hmm.
अभी क्या हो गया है कि फोकस गया है. वो भी होना चाहिए, मैं
Hmm.
कहता नहीं कि वो नहीं होना चाहिए,
Hmm.
बट सिर्फ वो होना इज डेंजरस.
Yeah.
कि गोल के लिए ही करना है.
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
So that focus and so sharp and nothing else, you will reach that goal.
Hmm.
But by and large, people will not reach. By and large.
But
So
but
it's
still.
very important to create कि मेरा तो goal तो reach हो ही जाएगा यार.
Hmm. Hmm.
वो तो
Hmm.
हो ही जाएगा.
हाँ.
बट
कुछ
उसमें
और.
बंदा अपने आप लगा हुआ है.
हाँ.
वो प्रोसेस ऐसा बना दिया है कि टीचर ने स्टडी मटेरियल ऐसा बना दिया है, उसकी डिलीवरी पैटर्न ऐसा बना दिया है कि तुम बस घुस जाओ अंदर, पाइपलाइन से निकलोगे और ये तो अचीव हो ही जाएगा।
हो ही जाएगा, या
हाँ।
आई मीन समथिंग
So that's very
समथिंग दैट आर स्कूल डिड टू इट, कि यार ठीक है यहाँ आ गया, पढ़ पढ़ा के ना कुछ तो लाइफ में कर ही लेगा, अब सोच और क्या करेगा।
उससे ये होता है कि योर गोल सेटिंग, आई एम सेइंग व्हेन यू स्टार्ट गेटिंग प्रेपिंग फॉर दिस थिंग, द स्टेज कम्स तो बोलते हैं अभी स्टेज तो आ गया, क्या करूं, तो नाउ यू स्टार्ट पुटिंग अप गोल। हाँ, कि बड़ा
शिफ्टिंग।
आईआईटी क्रैक करना है, आईआईटी क्रैक करना है। हाँ, now they are goals. Now I'm ready. And then comes that the goal should not be very low lying. छोटा नहीं होना चाहिए जॉब के लिए। It should be challenging. And it should be challenging to the extent that it scares you a little. हाँ, because without challenges, the goals are not goals. They're targets.
टारगेट्स।
They're not goals. The difference between goals and targets is समझ लो। कि बहुत if you have set a small target or you'll achieve it, and then set some other target you'll achieve it. But goal
दैट
is
इज
something
बिग।
that should scale you, but also inspire you, and then force you to go through a transformative process, and that requires vigor. Because that goal तुम अभी achieve कर सकते हो. Today you cannot achieve it, but you know that if I go through this transformation of discipline and curriculum, I'll reach that point. So the transformation is where the growth mental comes in. Goal setting में तो help करता है, ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन प्रोसेस है जो किड को नहीं पता होता है यार। टू बिग एक्सपेक्टेशन फ्रॉम अ किड, मोस्ट ऑफ द किड्स, टॉकिंग अबाउट एक्सेप्शंस, नॉट टॉकिंग अबाउट एक्सेप्शंस, मोस्ट किड्स को पता नहीं होता है कि आगे करें कैसे, एंड देयर वेयर द मेंटर कम्स इन एंड द बेटा ये तरीका है, ये मटेरियल है, अब चलो लग जाओ डिसिप्लिन के साथ, मैं हूं यहाँ पर। दैट इज द जर्नी, एंड देन लेटर ऑन यू मेजर, यू टेस्ट एंड ऑल दैट स्टफ, बट why I feel very difficult to reconcile with the fact that our generation, we are putting too much on the next generation or kids by building expectations, but not building the processes around, not building the ecosystem around.
ट्रू।
खेल कूद सबको मालूम अच्छा है, पर बॉम्बे में खेलने की जगह नहीं है,
जगह नहीं, कहाँ खेलेगा।
तो बहुत बोलने के लिए इंडिया मेडल लेके आएगा। हाँ, बट क्या मतलब कि एक दिन उठोगे, एक महीने की प्रैक्टिस में मेडल आता है भैया, 4 साल 5 साल 10 साल दो,
लगता है, लगता है।
और उसके लिए आपको जगह बनानी पड़ेगी, वो जगह है ही नहीं, तो मेडल कहाँ से लाओगे? और उसमें इक्का दुक्का ले आते हैं, मुताबिक में जाते हैं,
वो
1.4 बिलियन में 3 मेडल आए,
3 मेडल आता है, वो भी वो अपने इंडिविजुअल एफर्ट से ला रहा है किसी तरह। सिस्टम इज नॉट देयर टू काइंड ऑफ help him there.
That is the failure we are in a big way. In education also, that is the failure we are facing. So we are churning on mediocrity and we are clapping for mediocrity. Unfortunately, I shouldn't speak, मैं कौन सा अलग उससे। मतलब point is this कि इस बात का realization तो हो गया।
But you're way above average.
नहीं, मैं तो realization हो गया, अब हम लगे रहते हैं उसी जुनून में कि यार हम अलग होंगे, अब वो अचीव होगा कि नहीं होगा, एक प्रोसेस बनाना है, and it's challenging. For you as a teacher, I know it's challenging, but that is the only way, और कोई तरीका नहीं है।
All right. So what a wonderful Saturday morning after a long time. Saturday mornings, मुझे नहीं याद है मैं क्या करता था, but today's morning is memorable. And
thanks to you, brother, for giving me this opportunity. I don't get this opportunity often, I must also confess. But I'm grateful to you.
I scared the hell out of you by saying कि बहुत लोग हैं, you don't know यार, बहुत लोग हैं बात करने के लिए, मेरे को टाइम नहीं मिल रहा है।
स्केयर नहीं हुआ था, मैंने MBA की हुई है, I know marketing. And I'm sure the kind of person you are, you would have actually done that also. I'm not doubting that also.
I seriously wanted to have a public conversation with you, क्योंकि बहुत चीजें when we speak on phone, I learn a lot, and it's not only about कि ये skill है यहाँ पे सीख रहे हैं, it's also about the entire attitude of it. ऐसा ही said ना कि बहुत पहले नहीं मिले थे, बाद में ही by God's grace we started communicating, and it has been I mean every time I speak to you I learn something. तो अब मैं उसको कितना लाइफ में उतारता हूँ वो एक मेरा फेलियर है, बट देयर आर थिंग्स दैट इफ आई नो इफ आई
of jumping, let's not take it failure, because some you'll मोच आएगी आज भी करोगे, मोच आएगी, पैर दुखेंगे when you jump. And it's not failure, and certain opportunities, even though you're jumping, you try to jump, but you was not long enough to land on it.
Maybe.
But makes you better for the next jump.
better for the next one.
Like
Yes.
that.
हाँ.
I wouldn't say failure is a very harsh word. So long as
हम्म.
attitude is in order and you try, there's no stopping that guy. There's no stopping. But वही है कि कितने discipline से कर पाते हैं.
हाँ. नहीं, of late, as I said, ना, that regarding just this series of conversations, I don't know, amazingly I have been very very I mean enthusiastic तो मैं बहुत चीजों के लिए बहुत टाइम से रहा हूँ, but this time I've been amazingly disciplined, calling up people, making sure they give me time, and once they give me time I make sure I turn up. मतलब वरना हुआ कि ठीक है अपना दोस्त है बाद में बोल देंगे. Now that is something that I don't मैं लोगों को बोलता हूँ that please don't take your friends for granted. सबसे बड़ी गलती हम करते हैं ना दोस्त.
So
हाँ.
everything in life, everything has to be taken with focus.
Yes. हाँ.
हाँ. The moment you start taking things for granted, खत्म हो गया.
खत्म हो जाता है.
खत्म हो गया. That is the niyam of the world.
हाँ.
So what I'm thinking, the conscious thought of developing that what I need to focus on and what to focus on, how much to focus on, how to focus on, where, when, how, सब कुछ कर लो.
सब कुछ करके.
That is the function of Brahma. The soch. That's the function of Brahma. When Brahma is done his job, then comes Vishnu. अच्छा ये knowledge तो है. And Vishnu's job is about execution. He doesn't question कि what है बाण कैसे चलाऊं. He doesn't question. He practices and वो धनुर्धारी बन जाता है. है ना? Likewise, so he doesn't question कि मैं क्या नया invent करूं. कोई thought ही नहीं आता. You see all Vishnu पानी क्यों ऊपर आ रहा है, मत्स्य क्यों आया, उस पर क्यों लोग बैठे. He doesn't question that. उसको पता है इन लोगों को बचाना है और मेरे पीठ पे आ जाओ.
That's it.
He is not question क्यों बचाऊं, पानी क्यों ऊपर आ गया, पानी कब नीचे जाएगा. He is not questioning all that. He is just going putting people on their back. When Ram comes, he doesn't question that कि ऐसा क्यों हो रहा है. He says कि मेरा धर्म है, मैं करूंगा.
करना है.
मुझे करना है ये. अब तो सिर्फ लिखा है. क्यों लिखा है किसी ने पूछा नहीं उससे, ना उसने क्वेश्चन किया उसको. So this is the function of Vishnu. तो आइडियाज अगर तुम ब्रह्मा में अटक गए और तुम विष्णु का रूप धारण नहीं किया तो यू नेवर बिकम शिव. शिव इज द गाय हु हैज बीन देयर डन दैट एंड ही इज सिटिंग चिल नाउ. मेरे बच्चे ध्यान रखेंगे, गणेश रखेगा, कार्तिक देखेगा, मेरी बीवी देख लेगी, दुर्गा उर्गा. वंस इन अ व्हाइल कोई प्रॉब्लम आएगी तब मैं तांडव कर लूंगा. बट प्रॉब्लम है कि बाकी
अदरवाइज मैनेजेबल है.
मैंने बना दिया है. मैंने गणेश बना दिया, कार्तिक बना दिया, लक्ष्मी बना दिया. तो मैं उससे सब है ना, फैमिली के रिलेटिव भी है ना उसके, सबको ठिकाने लगा दिया. सब लोग कर रहे हैं. एक को पैसा बनाने में लगा दिया, एक को नॉलेज में लगा दिया, एक को डिलीजेंस में लगा दिया. हाँ, तो पॉइंट इज दिस, शिव के लिए. बट ही सेइंग दैट डेज विल कम, तुम लोगों से नहीं हो पाएगा तो मेरे पास आ जाना. तो मैं देख लूंगा. शांति से बैठ. टू रीच दैट स्टेज यू हैव टू पास थ्रू ब्रह्मा, यू हैव टू पास थ्रू विष्णु. एंड वैसे ब्रह्मा में क्या, you will never reach there, but you will look very intelligent.
Yes. जानता बहुत है.
ज्ञान बहुत देता है. But Vishnu के लिए you have to get your hands into it and not question what Brahma has told you. You just, in fact Vedas में ये लिखा है.
अच्छा.
You will be surprised, not about this God, but उसमें कितने था उस वाले में मंडोक में वेद में. अभी टाइम में ये बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है वेद का. And you know how you interpret is also like that. These things are not talked about because they are so cryptic. but उसमें लिखा था, शिष्य बोलता है कि सर आप ज्ञान दे रहे हैं पर इतना रिचुअलिस्टिक क्यों बना रहे हैं उसको. वो चुप बैठते हैं. गुरुजी. तो गुरुजी फाइनली एंड में जाके कटिंग इट शॉर्ट, ज्ञान ये मिलता है. ये बोलता है कि तुम्हें ना ज्ञान समझ में नहीं आएगा अभी, तुम रिचुअल समझ लो. बिकॉज जिस ज्ञान समझ में आएगा ये रिचुअल तुम्हें बेनिफिट करेगा, तुम्हें वहां तक ले जाएगा. तो समटाइम्स वही डिसिप्लिन वाली बात.
यस.
तो व्हाई एम आई डूइंग इट. क्वेश्चन उसने बोला मैं क्यों कर रहा हूँ यार, ये सब नाटक है. कहाँ मुझे झगड़ा कर देते हो, उसको बैठा देते हो. तो बोलते हैं कि आई एम मेकिंग यू अ डिसिप्लिन. व्हेन यू गेट दैट डिसिप्लिन, eventually you will reach the end. And when you reach the end, you get the opportunity to redefine the discipline again, rituals again. You get that opportunity, but today, with no knowledge, with no understanding of where it can lead you, don't have an opinion on यार ये तो गलत हो रहा है.
At least figure it out first. Figure it out.
About that, you come from be Shiv. Basically, what he's trying to say, अभी बैठ जाओ, ज्ञान में दे रहा हूँ ब्रह्मा का. तुम अपना रिवर में जाओ, विष्णु का पाठ करो. जिस दिन शिप बनोगे ना तो हमसे पूछना कि अब इसमें चेंज कर दूंगा.
हाँ.
हाँ, अभी just go through the past. So this is applicable to everything in life. हाँ, if you see that the businesses में when employees come and start giving me ज्ञान वाला कि have you known what we are doing and where we are going to reach? हाँ, I hear you. But it's a waste of time if you don't understand कि you have not done your part and you have started giving ज्ञान on it. First do your part. And then tell me I've done and then come let's have a discussion. You know, once you reach the end, see the end, and you say me it's not good enough. I'll take your feedback. But you see यार ये तो अच्छा हो नहीं सकता. Keep doing it. Keep doing it. Until the point.
Till the point. Here it comes. Again, thanks a lot for these amazing, I think what 90 plus odd minutes, whatever.
बहुत लंबा हो गया.
नहीं अच्छा है बढ़िया बढ़िया. You hardly get an opportunity or time to speak at length about these things. So thank you and just thank you. Nothing else to add to it. Thanks a lot.
To you, brother. Thank you for giving the opportunity, and let's pass with this good note.
Thanks a lot. Bye bye.
Thank you, brother. Bye.
अरे लाइक सब्सक्राइब शेयर भूल गए थे कहना. I hope you enjoyed the conversation and I hope you learned a lot. At least I do whenever I speak to Amit. Until next week, bye bye. सब्सक्राइब कर लो, हफ्ते भर में एक भी नहीं बढ़ा है. See ya. Bye.